And now you've got yourself something funky.
That's the correct intro.
That's subjective. I don't know if that's true.
That's the intro that you should have been using the last 2 episodes, but I appreciate being added, even though I was missing.
It wouldn't have been the same without some sort of Chris appearance, and that was really the only one we had, so we had to use it.
Okay, but that means that if one of you guys don't show up, then you got to record something ahead of time that I get to use.
Right, that's fair enough. Fair enough.
Should be fair enough.
Jordan, good to see you. All right, see your name anyway.
I need to put the comments on. There we go.
I mean, you could say hi to everyone else.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's up with that? Hi, Mike.
Not just me, but I do appreciate the loyalty, Jordan. Thank you.
Just Mike. We can put you up here. It's the Mike show.
The Mike show.
Yeah, but you forget now. I can do stuff.
Oh, fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
How do I revoke that privilege?
No.
This is
Chris. Welcome back.
Yeah.
To see your live face rather than you huffing and playing guitar.
Yeah. Right. Been missing for 2 episodes. It hurt to miss the 50th.
Yeah.
That hurt.
Yeah. But this is a little bit more iconic than the 50th if you think about it. The 50th is good, right? 50 episodes in. But today is the last episode of a full year from when we started. So when we see each other again on the air, which makes it seem like we see each other off the air, which we really don't, it will be the start of, like, it was a year ago next week that we actually started this whole adventure. So we're bookending the beginning of this journey with today's episode as a full year. A
year seems both short and long for what we've been doing. Like we've been doing this enough now to where it just feels like, this is what we do and everything. And that, so it feels like we've been doing it for a long time, but at the same time, it's just a weird feeling. But it's cool.
When you think about when we met, because we met during the lockdown for QsCon Tuesdays, that's how we started talking about troubles and getting into this whole thing. And then I met Katia through email a year ago this month. So like we've only really known each other as a collective like a little over a year. It's pretty bonkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet
we have something to do during COVID.
Right. We all did, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got the new one.
Yep.
I still haven't gotten mine yet.
It's on its way.
Again. Fulfillment goes from top of the globe down.
I know. I'm seeing everybody get everything. I don't know what it is. It's coming from all different directions. In fact, one of the ones I'm going to mention later on, because we're going to talk about our top 5 most anticipated games. One of those is on its way, but it got stuck somewhere in Georgia, coming from Florida, and it's in there. It's been there for like 5 days.
Yeah, I don't know. I've had some weird stuff happen during like my fulfillment. There's some notes, like people are asking for like a status, and then you go and look the notes, and then there's like errors and things like that, and then it delays it by 5 days, and it's like, what the hell happened? And I don't know. Like it's on their end, and it is
actually. Yeah, I actually contacted them, and because I know what it's like to be on the other end of that, I was like, hey, first of all, no rush. Just letting you know, looks like something's stuck here. So just, if you've heard more of this kind of thing, let me know, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I also don't want to like forget it and like a year later go, hey, I never got my thing, because I did that once.
Yep.
I was one of those people that sucked. And I was like, I totally get how awful I am. I know. Trust me, I know. But anyway, so we're going to talk about our top 5 most anticipated games of 2022, right? That we know of. Obviously, like half of a year always seems like we get what we're anticipating like the first half of the year, and then the second half of the year is games we never even knew were coming. Mm-hmm. And sometimes those are even the best games of that year. But I don't have any secret information. Well, I do, but I can't mention what I do know about. Like, I can't be like, I'm anticipating this, and nobody's heard of it, right? So it's probably going to be a lot of stuff that other people are waiting on.
You mean like when Matt mentions Santa's workshop on the air?
Right. He's like, oh, I guess I'm announcing that. Yeah.
That was the best.
Try to get Andrew to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very tight-lipped.
Very tight-lipped. Yeah.
We had Daryl on a couple weeks ago, and he dropped the Valiant one.
Right. Much to your surprise, it looked like.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what we can and cannot talk about, but
right. Well, now you do.
Now you do. The book is up there. Oh, you can't see the book.
So the way that we do the top 5, usually we're going to do that. We're also going to talk about. Oh, I got a thumbnail game. In fact, just to show everybody, after the top 5 list that we're going to do, I'm going to share this real quick, just so you know what's coming. I'm going to be asking what game board does that come from? We're not doing covers.
Board?
We're doing game board.
Not even game box?
Not the box, but game
Oh
board.
my God, you're killing me.
Yes, it's going to be good.
I was in like the mindset
know.
of game box. I can't even
Trixie on you.
I
might do
gotta.
it this way too. That's even better.
I'm gonna have to like maximize my screen here. Oh my God.
And they're all going to be games that are out, right?
What was that?
They're all going to be games that are out?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Of course. Okay.
Oh my God.
We're screwed. That'll be fun.
And the box will get bigger if you don't know. And then I'll reveal what it is. So if you get it with the little box, like I just showed you, you'll get more points, So we'll do that. I've got a bunch of those to go through, and we'll see who can guess what. Even the chat's allowed to jump in as well. And then after we do that, I guess we can talk about game design. Eventually, near the end, we're going to talk about the Boba Fett episodes 2 and 3. Thanks for correcting that. And we'll let you know before that happens, because don't want to spoil anything, right? Anything else I'm missing?
No, I don't think so.
I don't.
By the way, I watched both episodes that I wasn't on. It's really weird. First of all, it's really weird watching it not live. So I got on Discord and just started talking to.
I was on there.
Just like going through the trivia and answering it, because I missed being on it. I had to be part of it. But I totally would have beaten you in trivia. I just want to say. So.
Sure.
We got to have a rematch at some point.
Sure.
A real rematch. So before we get into the top 5, we wanted to talk about. We kind of wanted to exclude our good friends and our own stuff and things like that, just so we could get into stuff. Have lists of things that we don't often talk about. But we do want to talk about those because they are our friends and they are our own stuff. At least mine is. So why don't we cover that real quick, right? I can share my screen. Show some of this stuff here. Let me see. I thought I could share my screen. Here we go. All right. So the first one, obviously, Stuff of Legend. We played this on a show at one point. We've had them on here. Mike or Michael? I can't remember if he goes by Michael. Michael, right? I call you Mike.
DeVito.
Right? Yeah. Get it switched up, yeah. We've had him on more than once. Great guest. Oh, there you go. You don't even have to anticipate it. You've got it.
Yeah.
Although it's fun because Kevin Wilson, who is the designer, he's active on our Discord, and in our office there'll be some chatter between him and others about like changing like a couple of the updates that we've made in the game through playtesting online. If anyone's interested, it's fun to read like where his mind goes when he's thinking about altering stuff in a game. It's fascinating.
Yeah, there's a good friend.
Daryl.
But yeah, so yeah, we've talked about this a few times on the show, and enjoyed playing it. So thought we'd point that out. The next one, actually, how do I change? There we go. Usurped King.
Oh yeah, Usurped the King. I don't know if Dan's watching. Dan should be watching, but DPH Games is semi-local to here in Syracuse. He's got a couple of good games that are out. One of them was on the South Park episode that revolved around board games. That started that whole thing. In the background on one of the shelves behind the guys was like Rising Sun and a whole bunch of stuff. But he had his Salem game, which is, if you're into anything Salem Witch Trials, the game's fantastic. Usurp the King. It's kind of, if you think of Game of Thrones ish, where you're trying to bluff cards into the court, I guess. And then there's a hierarchy of who wins, how it wins. If this person's still alive, then that person wins. If this person's still alive, it's pretty fun. I have a copy of it, like a demo copy. But yeah, it's a fun one. It was on Kickstarter last year. It's delivering soon.
Nice. Another one. We'll go through these real quick because we've definitely given a few episodes over to the Flamecraft monster. Peter's a good friend of the show. We've had a few episodes. We played it. One of our most watched episodes, actually.
That's another one.
Yeah. Yep, you got it over there too. You don't get to anticipate anything. You got it all.
No, I have them.
And then, of course, if we're going to talk about that one,
Cardboard Alchemy. This one, if you're going where I think you're going, this one I don't have. Yep, I don't have.
Mission Catastrophe.
It's on its way soon.
Yep. Can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
Played this. I've only played this virtually, but enjoyed it all the different times that I played. So I feel like this is going to be one of those, like after a few months of it being out and stuff, people are going to start talking about it again.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
This little one right here.
Can't wait.
Little Asking for Troubles. You've heard about it. We've talked about it. Blah, blah, blah.
I can't. The back of the box with all the characters that you've drawn is phenomenal. All the new ships that are going to be in it. It's super cool.
Yeah, I reposted that the other day. I really enjoyed putting that together. It took a while, actually. But all of those different characters in the game, that's just cool. Fun. Yeah. So, and then, of course, we had this announced.
Yes, I'm so excited for that one.
Matt, I think is this the only image that they have on here right now? I think it is. Fancy Wars. Well, we got to see on the other episode, right? Some of the, or maybe that was in our Discord.
No, I think it was on the episode. I think he showed the board.
Yeah, he showed part of the board, or at least a work in progress. But that's always fun to see.
Yeah.
So. Hopefully we didn't miss anything coming out, but of course, friends of the show, if we do, we'll definitely talk about it when it comes out, right?
Well, there's one on my list that, although the co-designer is a friend, actually, two on my list are friends of mine, but I wanted to mention them specifically.
Oh, well, go ahead.
No, like they're on my top.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. All right, so why don't we just jump right in then? Do you want to... I'm going to try to look these up and show people while you talk about them. So, Katia, do you want to start?
Sure. So I'm going to start from the bottom. The one that I'm excited about is not even one that I ended up backing just because of the length of play time and the way that the game plays. There's something in it that I wasn't sure, but I'm really, really excited to see how people like it because it looked really cool. It was My Father's Work.
I back that. That looks amazing. Yep.
Yeah, it looked really, really cool, but I wasn't sure about the part where, like, after the first era, you end up wiping a bunch of stuff away and not keeping some of the progress. So, like, I was torn on that, and I think the playtime was a little long, so I ended up passing. But I'm really hoping somebody here in my area backed it, and we can end up playing it because it looked really, really cool.
Yeah, I backed this one. I like the idea. You're right. It had something like, once you die, you pass on a lot of stuff to your new kid, and then that kid then pass it. I don't know how often it does that, but you only can get some of the stuff. I thought that was a really interesting mechanism.
Yeah,
it's basically like the Frankenstein thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There was a game, I don't know the name of it. Something Inn. It was like the Village Inn or something where your meeples like progressed and got better and then died, and they went into like the mausoleum on the board as part of like the ancestry.
Are you thinking of? You're gonna make me say it.
No.
What?
No.
Well, because that does happen. Your dice go up in age, and then they die. And then
yeah. No, these were meeples. It was I want to say it was a worker placement, but it was like the village, maybe not the Village Inn. Maybe it was just called the Village. But they progressed. They got older, and then eventually, like, your meeple would just cease to exist.
Interesting.
Oh, that's a fun image right there. Might have to refer back to that.
Yeah, when you get your pledge and you don't know how to put things back.
Right. Nice.
Yeah. So that's my number 5.
Oh, just had an audio blip.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Huh. Okay, Mike, what's your number 5?
Okay, I'm gonna go with Dungeon Fighter.
Dungeon Fighter?
Yep, it was out. It's an older game. Horrible Games did it.
2011?
Yeah. But they were on Kickstarter. They did a new one.
Oh, okay.
So the base game, there was a base game and it had 4 expansions. Each expansion was like one of the elements: air, water, fire, and wind. And then the new one has added stuff, a whole, like, condensed it. I don't know what exactly they've ripped, like kind of like Twilight Imperium 4th, right? Like what from the expansions they put in, but the upgrade.
Is that this one?
Oh yeah, that's familiar. Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
But they have a new one. They have the new one that was on Kickstarter, and that should be out this year. So it's a cooperative dexterity game where you're bouncing dice to try and get them on a target, and depending on where on the target they land is how much damage they'll do. So there's a center, which is worth the most. There's holes in it, but as you bounce the die has to bounce. It has to hit the table at least once, and then will land on the target. But then some of the monsters will make you like roll it off your nose, or like jump in the air and throw it under your leg, or like it makes it goofy fun. But yeah, it's a fantastic game, and I've been looking forward to the new edition for a while now.
Very cool. By the way, what order are your games in, Mike?
There's just 5 of them with a couple extras that I might mention, but they're not.
No extras.
Yeah, there's 2 I want to mention.
I thought they were going to be on your list.
Yeah, that's what you said.
They're honorable.
No.
Yes. I have 2 honorables.
I even used all caps with only.
Nope.
In the description.
Yeah.
And I gave you the sarcastic okay. So.
Great.
Yep. But yeah, Dungeon Fighter. I'm very much looking forward to Dungeon Fighter. Yeah, the original game is hard to find. I think some of the expansions still exist, like in some of the local stores or online. But the game, it's been out for, what'd you say, 11? So it's been around for 10 years. Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Andrew.
Andrew.
We're all together, so couldn't have you on otherwise.
Yeah. But yeah, Dungeon Fighter. It's fun.
Cool. My number 5 is The Witcher.
Nice.
So yeah, I went crazy. I had to get it here. This is always telling on me what I did over there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I watched the second season. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to or not.
Yeah.
Just increased my enthusiasm for it. So,
have you played the video games at all?
Yeah, I have the video. So I got the video game before I ever saw the series, right?
Right.
And I started playing it. I was like, okay, there's a lot of story to it, and normally I don't like video stories that like go longer than like 5 minutes. I'm like, come on, I just want to play the game. Let me hit stuff, right? And I didn't know anything about it, so I wasn't really into it very far. Like I didn't get too far into it. But now that I know all the characters and stuff, I want to dive back into it. I've been waiting.
Okay, yeah.
I've been waiting to end the season. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna dive back into it and all that stuff. So,
did you ever play the older Witcher game? The I think it was Fantasy Flight. Did it?
No, I haven't.
Curious how that plays. I have it somewhere. Yeah, it's really cool. 6 years ago, 5 years, 6 years ago. I think it was Fantasy Flight that did it.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. I mean, it was more of a card game with one map. Nothing massive like this one.
There's a lot of good IP stuff coming, but I think this is the only IP stuff on my list. So,
interesting.
Yeah. Number 6 that I didn't put on here because I followed directions. That was another IP, but yeah.
Number 6, which you didn't put on there.
Right.
You have it numbered 6.
You do a bunch of them and then you have to work them down because this is my number 5, my least of the 5 and most anticipated.
Okay.
All right.
Now we're going back to me.
Yep.
The other ones are all kind of tied. I'm gonna go with Transmissions. As my number 4.
Those minis.
Oh my gosh. The artwork on the cards, like all of it. If people like the Matt Dixon Transmission series, this is the game for you. Like it is based around his art and it's amazing. I love those robots so much that like I seriously didn't know anything about the game. I just saw the cover and I was like, I'm getting this game. So, but I read a little bit more, like they are just so darn cute. But yeah, I think that you're something that I read about it is that you're actually selecting. Let me just find here. I had found a description. So it said the game features a unique mechanism of worker selection and sharing with incredible illustrations, adorable robots, blah, blah, blah. But basically, I think you are sharing the robots, like you're selecting which one you want to use. And then you're gathering pipes. There's something to do with pipes and butterflies. And so it's really tied into his artwork. So I don't know how they're tying all of that in terms of like, obviously like some of his art is on the cards, but if you're familiar with it, you'll appreciate, I'm sure the stuff that you're gathering during the game. If not, then you might have to look it up. I'm not sure, but I'm personally a fan, so I can't wait for that game.
This one reminds me of the depressed robot on Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy movie.
Yeah.
Marvin, I think it.
It's more Alan Rickman, right?
Yeah. It wasn't Marvin. It was something like that. Starts with an M.
But
yeah, that looks fun.
Yeah.
Only reason why I passed it up is because I didn't think the cooperative nature would hit my group's table that often. But
I don't think it's co-op. Like it's not co-op.
I thought it was co-op.
No, from what I read is that you are using the same robots, but you're still trying to. Now I got to look it up to see if it's co-op, but you're still aiming for like having the most amount of points from what you gather.
Hmm.
So
Okay. Well, I might have to pick it up then. Very cool, Mike.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the first of two friends of mine, friends of the show. Daryl's next one, I think, the Batman Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
That's the solo game?
Yeah,
Although it went to 2-player, right?
it did.
During the Kickstarter.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, the demand is there to be a non-solo game, but
There we go. This doesn't illustrate. I wish they had the picture of him holding the box. This doesn't illustrate how big this box is.
no.
Oh, you mean when you went to when you went to their office.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be great. The dice that look like the batarangs, the minis, the gameplay looks great. It's a good series to have to play in the world, right? It's going to be fun.
I hadn't seen the minis here. Those look cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Very nice.
Yeah, he showed us the game when it was still in prototype form, so I didn't see any of the minis. It was still pretty. This is cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Going to 2-player really got me there because I don't do any solo, but once you get to 2, then I'm like, oh, okay. I actually play probably most of my games at 2, right? So very cool. Yep. All right, so on to my number 4 is the Shivers.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't wait to see how this really looks. Like, does it look this awesome? Is it this fun?
Yeah.
You know, and maybe I'm really hoping it's not mostly gimmick with the pop-up and all that stuff. I really hope there's it seems like there was like a good game behind there. Of course, I think it is cooperative. Could be wrong on that, but that doesn't mean I'm not always against cooperative. It's just not usually my first go-to.
The early production quality of it was Gen Con before the pandemic, so 19, I think. Looked awesome. I mean, the pop-up is a gimmick to a point, but the way that the stuff is interacting with the pop-up, so like becomes like this 3D kind of room, and then you're putting stuff like in the wall as the painting. It looks amazing. And where it comes since that initial look what we have to like look what they did, it's pretty damn sweet.
Yeah. I mean, the images speak to is why I backed it.
Yeah.
Obviously, the art is just gorgeous. I love it. It's only on the cover, so
yeah.
Number 3, Katia.
Already back to me. And yes, I double checked, and Transmissions is not cooperative.
Oh, cool.
So,
well, I should have backed it.
It's okay. All right.
It's a good list that Alan has there. Yeah.
Hi, Alan. Transmissions, Endless Winter, Scarface. Ooh, 1920.
Yeah, Scarface looks great. I'm in on that too.
Oh, you get the big box for Everdell, huh?
It's a good list. Good top 5.
Yeah.
Dead Reckoning was on my short list that got kicked off. So, yeah.
From Costa Rica.
You can't mention Chris. You can only mention your 5. You're not allowed to talk about ones that were outside.
Someone else mentioned it. Your number 3, Katia?
My number 3, I'm going to go with Shogun no Katana.
Wow. I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, it looked amazing. It's about forging katanas. So basically you have your forge and you're operating your forge, and there's like a mechanism where you're sliding stuff in your tableau and then it all activates. And so I think it's a worker placement. Like the base of it is worker placement, but you have your little tableau where you're assembling your katanas, and it just looked so cool.
Wow.
And I had to have it. So yeah, I'm
It's
excited.
a great example of how the board looks nothing like what you'd think it looks like based on the cover.
Right. Yeah, I know. When it jumped over there, I was like, oh, this looks completely.
Yeah.
Do you know why it says like the title is strange? It seems like it's been translated awkwardly.
I don't know. I don't
No
know.
gun, no katana, but you're making katanas, so
Yeah.
I'd be interested to hear the story behind the title. Very cool. Yeah, I'd look for that. Mike?
Katia, what was your first one?
I'm not telling you my first one. I'm keeping it for last.
The first one you mentioned.
Oh, it was it was my father's work.
Oh, right. I knew.
Nice try trying to get mine this.
I'm keeping track of all the ones that you guys talk about.
Oh, good. You could put it in our meta tags at the end of the.
No, up until that one, I was 4 for 4 with you guys on games that you mentioned that I've also backed.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah. I knew this one. Chances are the reason I found out about it was because we were running promos with BGR at the time. And the more I was looking at the game, I'm like, yeah, I want this game. So,
yeah. Who's the publisher?
Postscriptum, I think it is.
Yes. It's cool. It's a great cover.
Publisher. I forget what else they've done.
Publisher, designer is P.S. Martinson and Federico Randazzo. Sorry, my screen's very far away, so I'm trying.
It is very far.
Like 5 feet wide, though. You can't read it from where you are.
Yeah, I actually am like 3 feet from it. Yeah. All right, so Mike, what's your number 3?
So this is the second of 2 friends on the list, and this has been out for a while. I'm hopeful it's shipping soon. Been stuck in port or whatever. But Wonderland's War. Yeah. So
I kind
Ian,
of on that
one of the designers, Ian Moss, had it at Daryl's base camp in 2019. Again, before the world shut down, and looked awesome. The gameplay looked great. He had it at QSCon 2019. Was that? Oh, so it was January 20 maybe. That I took a closer look at it, but he had it at QSCon 2019, and I was too busy to play it. But all of the people that I knew that had played it, they were raving about it. So the art is great. The gameplay looks great. The components, it's Skybound, so the components are going to be through the roof.
Yeah, I love the artwork.
Yep.
one.
Yep. Also, it's
the reason I passed up on it was because of like the main goal of the game is you're battling each other, right? And at the time, like I was playing more like 2-player games, so it's like I didn't know how well it would fit in our collection. So I didn't end up backing it, but I'd be curious to play it with like a bigger group.
Yeah. Hopefully, if it delivers by April, we can play it in April. But yeah, it's been a minute since it funded, and things happen, but it should be out this year, or it should be soon, if I recall.
Yep, very cool.
Yep.
Where are we on? Number 3? Number 3, well, for us anyway. Iridia.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that looked really good.
Yeah, you see how much money I'm flushing down the toilet.
I love that it's like tattletaling on you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I need to create a another profile just so I don't give away all that stuff.
You could just sign out of Kickstarter, right, and still look up the games.
I guess I could have.
He's probably permanently logged in for a reason.
No, I've got like 3 accounts, so I have to switch between them a lot. All right, so yeah, I mean, this is so big that they don't need us to describe it, right? It's got all this cool adventuring and whatnot and stuff. reason why it's number 3 and not closer to the thing is because I do think this is cooperative storytelling kind of thing. And like I said, cooperative isn't my bag usually. So, but switching out the heads of these minis to fit your character, I mean,
Pretty cool.
flipping these things as you explore them, exploration, story, all this stuff. I'm gonna love it. So, it's gonna be fun.
We talked about this one on that Kickstarter show that we did. I think it was one of the Wednesdays. This one had come up because it just looked amazing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a big one. I hope it's such a big game. It looks like that. I hope it doesn't become a 2023. But as far as I know, it's slated for this year.
Yeah.
You never know with these big games, so right. So.
Or with shipping, or with ports, or with
which is not a lot of people's fault right now. All right, so number 2, right?
Yeah,
where I got 20. I have 2022 in my head still. So number 2, Katia.
My number 1 and number 2 are basically on par for me. So I'll go with Planet Unknown.
Ooh.
It looked really good. It's a polyomino game. You're basically colonizing another planet. The game has a Lazy Susan for it.
It comes.
I mean, like,
oh wow!
Like, sign me up. So yeah, it looks really cool. So,
Jesus.
And
was this on Kickstarter?
Yeah, that was on Kickstarter.
Man, I totally missed this. I would have backed this. I don't know how I missed it.
It was a long time ago. I think it's like one of my furthest one down my list of games.
Oh, really? Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. So hopefully soon.
And you gotta be careful with things that have like, Lazy Susans and stuff like that, because who knows? Sometimes that I don't know if that's the case or not, but I've noticed that whenever they have new things that a printer has to figure out, you can be like, uh-oh.
Perhaps.
Yeah, that looks cool. I like this artwork too.
I wonder if you can use the Lazy Susan in other games. Like, does the stuff come off it?
I don't know. We'll find out.
That's cool.
I should just get a Lazy Susan anyway.
Yeah, it makes sense, right?
Poor Susan, whoever that is, by the way.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I gotta assemble my Token Sesame, my component holder that I just got. Because it's meant for basically there's a way you can assemble it where it sits in the middle and everybody has access to the little bits or whatever you put in it. So
that's cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
I think he's saying.
Yeah.
That one.
Yep. I'll just have a big party. Everybody come and play it in my house.
Sounds good.
All right. Number 2-ish, I guess, Mike.
Yeah, it's kind of a twofer just because of the content. But Marvel, they're both Marvel games, but X-Men United and the Zombicide. So just the Marvel stuff.
Dash in there. You gotta get so specific.
Yeah, I think United. I got the X-Men core game, but I think all the other stuff is delivering soon.
So where'd you get the core game? It's just in stores, or?
No. It shipped.
Did it? I backed this.
Did you
again? Another one I still don't have.
2 waves.
I don't know. We probably had to pick a wave, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably picked the later one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward just because the minis in United in the first edition of the game were so cool. The gameplay's fun. It's amusing. It's easy. It's definitely not a brain burner. It gets difficult. Like playing the Thanos one is more difficult than playing Red Skull. But X-Men growing up, I remember. I wish they didn't have the stripes on Wolverine because I want to do the brown and yellow instead of the blue and yellow.
Do they come painted?
No.
Okay, I was about to say these shots are all painted.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah, they
Mhm.
do.
But yeah,
Oh,
the
there we go. Okay.
gameplay is simple. It's a huge table hog, but for no reason really. You don't need to play the way like the whole circle goes around the thing. But yeah, that I'm very much looking forward to that. And then Zombicide, I think, goes live tomorrow. But I like the idea of it being like the Marvel Zombicide, the Marvel zombies.
Huh. That's
Cool.
pretty cool.
I thought that'll come out this year, but I know it. I'm excited to see what they're going to be offering in that campaign. At least it's probably going to be another $400, $500 all in because it's CMON and it's Marvel and all the minis. So I don't know if I'm getting in on it because I like these better than those, but like that Galactus, I don't know if you saw.
Oh yeah, Quackalopat.
Shit, it's bigger than the Cthulhu one. Like
It's
it's just massive.
Yeah, I was seeing if they put it in here in any of the shots. I guess it's not technically part of this, but
No.
yeah. Yeah, I played the whole Thanos thing last week.
Nice.
That was great, but we kicked his ass so much that like he had no gems when we got to him.
Oh wow, good for you.
Well, we might have cheated a little bit.
Great. House rules?
No, not house rules, but just like so I played Doctor Strange, and one of his powers is go through the deck of the villain and remove a card from the game. I was
Oh.
like, all right, fine. I remove the Infinity Gem that's coming up because it says in the rules that that's part of the villain deck when you put it in there. So Doctor Strange just kept like taking the gem out from under them right before they were about to be revealed. So I'm wondering, is that really what they meant to do? Like, we didn't look up a clarification or anything like that, but it seems like something Doctor Strange would do, though.
Sure.
So I think thematically it still works out. But yeah, I backed this one too. This is my number 6 IP that I said that I would mention.
You can't talk about it.
You talked about it, so I'm
only
fine.
5, only top 5.
I brought it up. Okay, so my number 2. Can't believe. Well, someone else might have this too, but Dark Road.
Merchants of the Dark. I just got mine Friday.
I hear everybody getting theirs. This is the one that's stuck in Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Been there for 5 days. So yeah, I contacted them. I was like, hey.
You know why it's stuck?
Because I'm in Texas?
Because it's on a dark road.
Oh, fine. The artwork alone would grab me, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just
the
this
components
description
are pretty spectacular.
Yeah, and this description really got me. Merchant of the Dark Road, highly thematic strategy game by rising game designer Brian Scher, brilliantly brought to life by Andrew Bosley, obviously. Explore the city of High Reach where you prepare caravan with goods and the Rondell thing.
Mm-hmm.
I love Rondell. So yeah,
you know who worked on that game? Another friend of the show who hasn't chimed in yet in the comments, but I'm sure he'll be along.
Oh, Matt.
That's right. Matt,
yeah.
Matt worked on this one too.
Yep.
So yeah. And
so Santa's Workshop and this.
What was that?
You got Santa's Workshop and this of his.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Damn.
I know. Just awesome. Can't wait for it.
Yeah, the you know how you showed earlier the exploded view of the My Father's Work?
Yeah.
This one comes with one, and it needs to be clearer. Like it was hard to figure out how everything. It was just a one sheet with semi like it was a exploded view, but there's 2 compartments, and it was frustrating to try and put together, like to put everything in where it was supposed to go because some of the pieces stood up. Like there's a horse and carriage, so you like it's it's left to right, but you put it on its ass end, standing up with the others, and it was just weird.
Huh.
But the art looks great. The components, the lanterns that come with it. I mean, I don't want to say it comes with it. It might be the deluxe edition that comes with it. But the lanterns look great. The metal horseshoes, everything. I mean, production quality is phenomenal.
Yeah, Alan, you and me both waiting. So I am, even though some people have it, I am still anticipating it.
There you go. That counts.
So number one. What is your?
Mine is, and I still kick myself in the butt for not playing it at QsCon, but I ran out of time. It was Darwin's Journey.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I back that too. That looks amazing.
Oh, it just looks so cool. And going to the Galapagos Islands is like a bucket list dream trip for me. So when that game came out, I was like, yeah. And then again, the component.
That's the one that Brad had, right?
Pardon?
That's the one that Brad had?
Yeah. Yeah, it just basically, they say like you're recreating Darwin's, travels and stuff like that. And it just, it looks heavy for the type of game I play. Like it looks on the heavier side. But I'm hoping that, once I learn it, I can get a couple plays in to really solidify, the rules. But yeah, I'm excited to try it.
Yeah, I hope it's nice and heavy.
It looks like it's going to be, right?
Yeah, it looks like there's a fair bit to it.
Very cool. Yeah, good pick. Mike, what's your one and only one left over?
No, not getting through that easy. It's just two quick ones. One's kind of already out, but I am very much looking forward to It's a Wonderful Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
Like I like It's a Wonderful World. I like the way it plays. It's definitely a Seven Wonders killer for me.
Yeah.
I'm really curious about this theme in that game. Because I do, as much as I do like it, I don't feel myself drawn to how that game builds, right? Like the way the resources that you're gathering and the cards you're playing, like I don't find myself in the world when I'm playing it. But this one, I feel like I'm gonna want to get into it. It looks like it's that theme for me.
I actually I normally prefer fantasy themes, but I don't know why. Like It's a Wonderful World, I find that the theme really works for like building a new city and the resources and everything. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I think it's just going to be the exact same. So I was like, eh.
Yeah, I felt the same way. I was worried it's going to be too much like the other one. I have the other one.
Yeah, I don't think they changed much at all other than the theme. Like I think it's especially from looking at it there, it looks the exact same. So
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But in my head, I feel playing these cards or going after the cards or figuring out your engine is going to make more sense in my head with this theme than it does with that. I can't get behind. I still understand how it works. It's not that I don't get it because of the theme. I feel in my head something's going to be created better with this than with that.
So we can talk about this whenever we kind of talk about mechanisms later on, if you want.
Sure.
But my feeling, like we called this a Seven Wonders killer, I disagree. I actually think this one missed the mark. Well, not this one, the one that it's based on. Maybe this is tightened it up a bit. But the cards that you get are so wildly different that you can never depend on an engine that you intend to build.
And, I disagree.
And I don't like it. You can't you can't start a game going, I'm just going to focus on this and this, because then you never get those cards. You can't do it. That's one of the things I don't like a lot about a lot of engine builders is that you can, in Seven Wonders, you will at least see, they only have like 7 different types of cards, and you'll see those types come by. You might not get all of the ones you want, but you'll be able to go in a direction. Like at the beginning of Seven Wonders, I can say, I'm going to focus on science and combat.
Yeah, and you might not get science and combat cards on the whole game either, depending on who's sitting next to you. Like it's the same, fall into the same trap with Seven Wonders.
You could still, it could still happen though. but I've played games in this where like none of the blue ones will come up, or nothing that you can build will, or that you want to build will come up, because I mean, you can even see in here, like this one right here, just 3, this 2. This one has a big engine 4-pointer kind of thing, and this doesn't give you any point. Like, it's these huge distances between how valuable that card would be to anyone versus you and your engine, that it's just it's too big of a range as far as I'm concerned.
I think
if they have like, oh, go ahead.
I think you just have to like pick strategically in terms of like, you don't go and pick the 4-pointer one at the beginning of the game, because that one is not going to help you with your engine. So you need to start with like those ones, like the top one, where you're going to get a little bit more. And there's, I don't know, I've always found that there's always a ratio of that in the mix, and especially like the higher player count. Like, I don't know, I've never run into that problem.
Right. You build your engine slowly at the beginning, right, with producing stuff, and that's fine. What I'm saying is, like, before the game even starts, before you see cards, you can't say, oh, I'm going to produce yellows and greens and try that path, because then you get your cards and go, I guess I'm not. Guess I have to do red because that's all I'm looking at here. And I don't like that. I like being able to open the box and start thinking, how am I going to approach this game, kind of thing. And whenever they're this wildly different, I just don't get that. But that's my nitpick with it. I didn't mean to tear your pick apart.
Oh, I don't.
My hope is that this, like, if there is something different with this, maybe there's something there that kind of helps with that, right?
Andrew, absolutely. Century Spice Road, I play. It's fine. I can't get behind the theme because of the spice trading, but you play Golem, and now I'm getting the gems to power up my Golems, and I get behind that theme. It's same game, but the theme really, I gravitate towards that one because of its theme, and I feel it would be the same with this one.
I really like Century Spice, the original one.
I love the Golem one. Like, I feel like I'm getting the gems to power up the Golem. Like, the Golem doesn't exist unless I get the right combination of gems to make it exist, right? Whereas the Spice one, it's like, yeah, I'm trading cubes. Like, I don't even know what the cubes are called, like the spices are called. But man, I need those gems to power up my Golem, or my Golem isn't working.
We're on our number 1 right now, just to answer that question. Actually, you know what's fun is whenever Century Spice Road first came out, we were at a friend's house, and they went through their spice cabinet and got the spices that actually that they were supposed to be, and like we got to smell them and see what they were like and stuff, and that really kind of made it more fun, to be honest.
That's cool.
But I would have rather had the Golem one. I just, that's what you get for getting it like at Gen Con, is a week later to go, oh, we got this one here.
Yeah, but the thing too is they had said from the beginning that they weren't going to make the Golem one all the way through, and then they did, and it was like,
I know.
Huh?
Yeah.
Misvote.
Well, that's like them saying, I don't want to print money. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, or they shouldn't say they don't want to print money.
All right, so I'm glad I brought that up, because that was an interesting conversation we just had.
See, Chris from Tabletop Express agrees with me on Darwin's Journey.
Yeah, I agree with it too. It's really
it looks good.
Verdant, I almost put that one on here as well. Just
Don't
because
talk
of
about
how awesome Cascadia was.
You can't talk
And that's
about
the second person to say Dead Reckoning.
Yep.
Yeah.
But again, another one I wanted to put on there. I can talk about whatever I want.
All right, so another one I wanted to talk about before I got to my number 1 was So You've Been Eaten.
Oh yeah. That made, like, I don't know. It ended up being like huge on Kickstarter, and to me, I was like, I don't know.
So 8,500 people backed it. I love, if I remember correctly, it's Quan Chai's art. For those that don't know, Quan Chai is one of my favorite artists. Yeah. It's designed by Scott Alms, which we've talked about.
I'm totally blocking your conversation here just to let you know that Andrew agrees with me. So Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you can continue.
That's good.
I'm listening. Go on.
Good to have you back. Good to have you back, Chris. Yeah. So anything that Quan Chai puts his art to, I feel he wouldn't put his art onto something that's not good. And his art is just amazing. And this game's a little bittersweet because the game that Daryl, Adrian, and I are working on was originally set in a universe where we were going into the belly of a beast to save kids. For anyone that doesn't know Alex Party, look up his art. It's equally amazing and terrifying at the same time. But we were going into the monster to get this kid that was trapped in the monster. And then while we were working on that, I believe Andrew was actually on with us a couple times about that game. But then this was announced and we were just completely deflated because you can't have two games where you're going into totally different game. It doesn't look the same. It doesn't look like it would play the same.
If you can have two bird watching games, you can have two diving into monster games.
Yeah. I guess you could. It would play differently. We were moving as a group, rather than individual. Regardless, the game looks pretty. It looks pretty. I mean, and anything that Quan Chai has his name on, I'd grab anyway.
That's a beautiful cover. I love it.
Mhm.
Is it solo only?
No. Is it a solo game?
I thought it was solo only.
It's funny because the board that you showed reminds me of Falling Skies. Under Falling Skies, which is a solo game. Like it just like that progression.
Players 1 to 2. Okay.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I thought
like
this was solo only, and that's why I didn't get it. Fallen Skies?
Under Falling Skies.
It's
has
got
that like yeah, kind of reminds me of that, just with the long board. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see the reviews when it comes out.
I'm excited about that one.
Kind of for me to think about this and the Boba Fett conversation we'll have later, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if that was the design behind it. And yeah, Andrew, it's not a live project. It's gone through a couple changes and it's something different now. Again, so that leads me to my number one. Now that I mentioned a couple things and derailed us, as I do every time we do a top 5, you're welcome.
Dawn of Madness and Stars of Icarius. I don't know those two.
No, I haven't heard about Stars of Icarius. Dawn of Madness sounds familiar, but not the other one.
Huh.
Curious?
Yeah, we gotta look that one up.
Just thought I'd interrupt you again.
Yeah, no,
I do remember this cover.
Yep.
I don't remember why. Did this come out at the same time as Voidfall? Maybe?
That would be recent then.
Amazing. All right. Well, I'll look that
There's
up.
not much about it, so it almost makes me wonder if it hasn't even hit Kickstarter yet. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Max Apocalypse. Yeah, I don't know that one.
A few years ago. Huh. Yeah, there's really not a whole lot about it. They should keep uploading pictures.
All right. What was your number one, Mike?
Oh, it was under a different name.
Oh. Where do you see that?
Just posted it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Number one, Mike.
All right, my number one is Cora Quest.
Interesting.
Oh, that's KHO, right?
No.
KORA. One word, Cora Quest.
I
thought it was a C.
CORA. Damn it, Chris. See, I have it written CORA.
I think people are starting to get it because I saw a post of somebody playing it.
Right.
Oh, there it is.
So this was also on Kickstarter. It looks light. It looks fun. The story behind it is what drew me to it. It was designed by a father and his daughter.
Oh, right. Yes.
Like it's a great story.
Yeah, they're contributors on the Dice Tower breakfast, I believe. They're fun to watch, yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward. I know people are starting to get it. This is my Merchants of the Dark Road to the in Chris's world. But yeah, I can't wait for it. It's cute. The story behind it is cute. And I'm glad. It's kind of like the My Little Scythe, right? Like Jamie finds out that somebody made a version of Scythe to play with the kid, and he's like, "Yeah, I need to make that now because that's awesome." So
yeah, I remember that game. I didn't back it up because it basically looked too
huge.
Had way too much going on for the game.
Did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Emerson, right? Foundations of Rome.
Might have been, yeah.
Was Emerson?
I can't remember.
Can't remember. I just remember that it had so much going on that it made the price go up higher than the value of the gameplay, I felt, in my opinion, right?
Well, and it was one of those games that they said also, if I remember correctly, they said it is not going to retail.
Right.
So to me, when you do that, then you're just trying to like get the FOMO into people, and I hate that out of principle.
No, I'm going to fight against that because
how dare you?
I'm going to disagree against that very much because going retail is a completely different business strategy. That if you have no connections and no way.
Okay, but who published Foundations of Rome? It's not a small publisher.
No, it's Arcane Academy, isn't it?
That doesn't. It doesn't even really matter.
Game Wonders.
They're all small publishers, unless you're Asmodee. I mean, if it's 5 people, that's a small publisher, right? But you need like one person's whole job to be dealing with retail. And if you don't have someone like that, then that's a real thing. I mean, I'm not saying it's not always the case that someone's just trying to create FOMO, or it doesn't do both of those things, but okay, so that was your number one. My number one is already been mentioned in the comments. Legend Academy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, game. So not cooperative, but adventurous and stuff like that. That's right up my alley, right? Artwork is amazing. I really the weird thing is like this logo right here, as simple as it is, I actually like a lot. I know some people don't, but yeah, the book thing, story, all that stuff just grabs me. So I this is one of the few ones that I actually selected. Remind me before the campaign popped up. And it's because I saw in like an email this box. I was like, yeah, let me know when that pops up. I want to know more. And I rarely ever do that.
Really?
Yeah, I actually set up more pages for people to sign up to than I sign up myself.
Yeah.
So it's very rare that I ever do that. So, and then basically you're talking me out of backing it after that. So, but I didn't want to miss it. Sometimes I miss stuff, right?
I don't know if I got in on that one.
Yeah, it came out, I think, at the same time as the Iridia game. And people were kind of like pushing them back and forth. And I think Iridia won out as far as marketing share goes. So it might have been why.
Was that El Dorado game?
What was that?
Who did it? El Dorado? Yep.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Is that right?
I'm in it.
Yeah, El Dorado games. Yep. So, yep, that's my number one. Can't wait for it to pop out. It should be this year, but
I didn't think it happened.
I'm backer number 2,375 for some reason. I need to know that. That's our top 5. So, our top 5 or more, apparently.
Top 5-ish. It always is ish.
Issues.
I'm in 7 of your 10.
Are you?
Pretty good.
Really cool overlap.
Pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah. More people. Actually, I haven't heard as many people. Like, you haven't backed this one, right, Mike?
The Legend Academy?
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm in it.
Hmm.
That's what I was looking up on my phone.
Oh, okay.
I got an email for it.
Very cool. So that's our top 5. I don't even know if I can recap. What's my recap? We'll put it in the description.
We'll put it, yeah.
I got mine written down. I don't know why you didn't write yours down.
Because I keep them in the tabs that I share.
Unbelievable.
And I also don't want to have a list of 20 and say I only have 5. That's it.
I have 5 with 2 others. That's pretty good for me. Come on.
So that's
Thanks,
the
Alan.
end of the thanks, Alan. That's the end of the top 5, but now we're gonna shift over to other things to talk about, right?
Your game that you made for us.
Yes. So I have a game that I mentioned at the top of this, which is, and the chat can play along as well. I'm going to show a thumbnail. Oh, I gotta close that.
I think this needs to be cooperative. I think the chat and us have to work together to get these because there's no way.
I'm gonna write anybody who jumps in. I'm gonna start keeping score with you too. So Katia.
I thought you meant we're working together and the chat is trying to beat us.
I think everyone has to work together. I think it's going to be difficult.
No. It's not cooperative.
It's not cooperative. There you go.
You get 3 points if you can tell me what the game is on the first try. It's going to be a small square. Then I'll give you a bigger square. That's 1 point, and then that's all the only try you get. If the chat beats you before you get to the 1 square, then you won't be able to move on. Right? They'll get 3 points.
That's not fair.
Wait a minute.
Well, you don't want the chat to beat you. They've got like a 10-second, 15-second.
Okay, but like I have the big screen. I don't even see what they write.
I'll let you know if they get it right before you.
Cool.
Because you're competing against the chat. Okay, so
and each other, or is it us against them?
No, you're going against each other as well.
All right.
So I have an example. So this one doesn't count. But
wait, can we take a second and say thank you? That's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
Aww.
Thank you very much.
That's cool.
So if I were to do this one.
This is a tease. You know what he's doing.
Yeah, you know what it is. Obviously, I picked an easy one for an example. What would you say?
Is it Troubles?
It's Troubles.
Thanks, Alan.
And then I would expand it to a bigger box. Sometimes it's just the bigger image of what you just saw or another part of the board. But we're looking at boards, the actual board of the board game, not the covers.
How many of them are there?
You're just going to get the first one?
No. How many questions? How many images?
Oh. Why? To know whenever your misery ends?
No, I'm going to take a prediction. I just want to know how many there are.
I believe there's 20 of them.
All right. I'm going to say
there might be some that you don't get.
There's going to be a lot that I don't get.
No. Whoops.
That's not a game board, but that's awesome.
Yeah.
I got a jailbreak over here. I had my dog in this kennel and he just popped the door open.
Well done.
I don't even know how, but yeah, now he wants to come up.
Hey.
Sorry about that.
Now he's going to be distracted.
Yeah.
What's his name?
That's Bruno.
Bruno. That's a good name.
Yeah.
Named after your favorite designer, right?
Yeah, Bruno Catala.
Oh, awesome. All right. So you already saw this one. So you get 1 guess per image. Any guesses before
one guess per image or 1 guess?
Are you able to zoom in at all? Like
what?
Just to make it bigger. There we go. Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
We get 1 guess per image or 1 guess per game board?
Per image. So I'm going to show you this one. You get a guess. I'll show you the big one if you haven't guessed it right, and you get a guess there.
So there's no penalty and just throwing out a name right now. And
Sure.
All right, I'm going to say it's SOS Titanic.
Incorrect.
Great.
Katia, you want to give a guess before?
I don't even know. Like, I don't even recognize the art style. I don't think I know this game.
It's going to be something so obscure, like in the lower right corner of the friggin' board.
It's the mid-right of the board, if I remember correctly. All right, here it is. Remember, first one to say it.
Sure.
I don't see the chat has gotten it yet.
Oh, is it Picture Perfect? No.
Nope. Mike?
No. The hell is that? Yeah, I
what
don't think
the
I know
hell
this
is
game. I don't think I know the game.
Oh, you know it.
Mm.
You've heard of it at least.
Oh, wait a minute.
Mike, you got a guess?
I got nothing.
I should give myself points if you don't get these.
No.
Oh, Andrew's got it.
Oh,
Is it really?
no way.
Ticket to Ride.
Oh, yeah, I would have never guessed that.
No.
Hi.
See, the boat's right over here.
No, I see it
And
now.
then-
Oh, yeah, sure.
Corner's right there. Easy game. I'm going to put Andrew on the board here.
Great.
He's got a point. All right. Next one.
Oh,
What the hell?
What?
is that Stone Age?
So tiny.
Stone Age. Look at that.
Grow up.
And I've
Woo!
never played it.
No,
Never
brag a little.
I've
Brag a
never
little
even
more.
played
All
the
right,
game.
no more complaining. She got that instantly.
I don't know. The artwork just seemed like it would fit. My guess was either that or Agricola. So
The one next was going to show the little worker placement circle
Mm.
here.
That might have given it away.
All right. Good job on that one. All right. Next.
They're so tiny.
that
I'm getting it. There you
looks
go.
like a nose, like a pair of nostril. No, it's a skull.
Is that Jamaica?
Oh, you got it. Good
It's a
job.
skull, right?
See? No
Yep.
complaining.
Yeah.
That little food square right there should give it away.
It was the art. It was the art that did it.
Yeah,
'cause
see,
Jamaica
these won't be
was
so
like-
hard.
Yeah.
These won't be so hard.
No, I'm
Three,
saying I got 3. That was 1. I got 1. So I'm two from my max. And then
You got 3 points. Katia's got 3 points.
Ooh, that was a big one.
Andrew
That's a
got
great,
1.
great game. It's so fun.
It is.
I've never played it either.
Actually, I forgot what this one is.
Can you
Right.
zoom in one?
Sure.
Yeah.
I think I forgot what this one is.
Is it Istanbul?
I don't think so. No.
Oh, I like Alan. I like
All
Alan.
right, I got to pull up the image now to see if I remember which one this is. Oh, right. No,
Yeah.
it's not.
Did
It's
Alan get it?
yes.
Nice.
Oh my God.
But
Good
I
job.
thought that you said that we got to try it until like you were at full size, and then
No, if they get it ahead of you.
No, not if they get it.
I
Yeah.
guess I didn't understand your rules.
We never do. He makes them up just before the show and then modifies them. Like, oh, I'm going to give myself points.
Yeah, but he doesn't
Well,
like house
I
rules.
said I should give myself.
He house rules his own games. Good job, Alan. Well done.
Yeah.
Very good. Next one.
I mean, come on.
Is that Carcassonne?
No,
Don't even.
I wouldn't put Carcassonne on here.
Hey, I don't know.
Get a guess from me, Mike?
No, I got nothing.
For comments still from you? All right. Here we go.
I don't know this game.
What?
No,
No, I've never
Alan's
played
got
that.
it.
No, it is.
Oh shit! I have played that once. Damn.
Tapestry.
Yeah. Well done. As soon as I saw the comment, I knew it.
Ugh.
Very nice.
Damn it.
Oh, from the little one. Nice. Yeah. Make sure to tell me if you did get it from the little one. I'll keep you on. I'll trust you. Just because there's a delay in our comments, right?
Well, and he's in Costa Rica. I mean, there
It
could
might even be more of a
because
delay. You're right.
not envious at all of the heat right now because
All right,
we
here's
got
the
a
next
massive
one.
dump of snow.
Back at Costa Rica doesn't have 7 inches of snow on the
Oh,
ground.
Donnie was right behind him.
Hey, Donnie.
Donnie, what's going on?
All right. Moving on to the next one. Can you zoom in? Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, simple.
Easy peasy.
Yep.
Any guesses?
What the hell? Is that Robinson Crusoe?
Nope.
I have no idea.
No guess?
No.
All right.
Matt! There he is. We were talking about you earlier, Matt.
Hey, Matt. Yeah, we were
now
talking about.
it's dangerous because Matt probably worked on like half of the games you got in
He
there.
probably has, yeah. Matt, we're doing a game that you probably will house us in.
Yeah, these are game boards.
Quick, show us the next, the bigger.
No, good guess though. All right. So trying to guess what this game board is. All right. So nobody got that one so far. How about this?
It's Concordia.
Yes.
I was
Good
thinking
job.
to the tip of my tongue.
Have you played this, Mike?
What is it called?
I played it once like 5-6 years ago.
I played it
that's so
once
good.
at Origins 2019.
I enjoyed it. It was fun, but
Yeah.
definitely don't get it.
Good job, Andrew. Let me know if you got that on the
So that means
second one.
So that means it's 2 points for me for this one, right?
Yeah.
Just one. It goes from 3 points to 1 point.
Oh, I tell you. Again, changing the rules.
No, that was the beginning. Yeah, the app on this is really good. I played on my phone all the time too. I wish they would add more maps. All right, next one.
Don't even. You don't know what that is.
Is it Pillars of the Earth?
Nope.
Oh,
Good guess though.
hi.
All right, Andrew, I'm going to give you a point for the bigger one.
It's
No?
not it can't be the game you can't pronounce, Teotihuacan.
Nope. It's another good guess though.
I'm with you on that one, Alan.
Yeah, that was a good guess, but no. All right, here comes the bigger one.
That's way off.
No.
Someone in the chat's going to get this.
Yeah, because I don't think I know this game, or like I don't think I've played that.
I'm sure you've heard of it. I don't know if you've played it or not.
It doesn't look familiar at all.
On the ones I didn't know if either of you've played, I definitely picked ones that are at least out there quite a bit. I'm not getting any guesses. There you go, Alan. Blood Rage.
Yeah, I've never played it.
Been a long time. I don't think I would have gotten that myself. So,
I wouldn't
Alan,
have gotten it if you chose the upper right corner of the board.
Oh, Matt, you're not gonna suck at that because you've worked on half the games, I'm sure.
Hey, Alan, did you get that on the first or second one? I'll give you one for now. All right. Next one. Alan's beating you guys.
I'm not surprised. I said I would get 3.
Is that Alien Frontiers?
Nope. Good
No.
guess, though. I will say this one's a little bit unfair because I'm pretty sure neither one of you have played it.
Oh, great. That's good.
At least I'm being honest about it, right? So you don't feel
Awesome.
too bad about it.
A space game I haven't played.
Yeah.
That's most of them.
It's not Battlestar.
Well, you want the bigger one?
Yes, please.
It's not Cosmic Encounters. I gave you a lot more of it because I knew
Nebula Habitat.
it's not Andromeda's Edge.
Yeah, can you make it bigger?
Oh, sure.
What the shit?
This is a game you should play, Mike. I think you'd like it.
Is it new? Can we get a clue? Is it new?
No, not at all.
I have no idea.
I've talked about it a few times before. Seeing if anybody gets it here. Cryo? No, not Cryo.
Cryo.
It is Merchant of Venus.
Oh, man.
I would have never gotten that.
Nope.
I think you'd actually enjoy this one, Mike. I don't know if you'd like it, Katia, because there's a when you try to travel, you have to roll dice and place them in a certain way. You could be completely screwed up and not be able to go your way and have to go through like pirates and stuff like that. But there's story to what happens. So.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of games in general where you end up limited or like restrained because of something random or because of what your opponent does. All of a sudden it's like you're confined to like a little area or you're having to go one way because there's something blocking. I hate that.
This isn't one where opponents really mess with you, but when you start off, you're kind of subject to those dice, but as you get more advanced and build up your ship, you can mitigate it more and use them in different ways and adjust it better. So
Matt brought up Quantum. I don't hear Quantum mentioned enough. Quantum is to me, very underrated.
That's the melted dice one, right?
Oh, it's so I think some of them had problems.
Yeah, like I got a first print of it and all the dice had melted. They replaced them for me though.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I got it at a convention and it was like their first print and release of it. And I contacted them and they were like, yeah, sorry, some of our dice melted. It was a really weird thing.
Really fun game too.
It's a good game, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This one, again, a little unfair. I'm pretty sure you haven't played this, but there's a reason why I get to stick it in there.
Oh, is it Tidal Blades?
It is not.
Is it oh my god, Cyclades?
It is not.
Oh, good.
I'm going to go past this one pretty quick because, like I said, it's a little bit of a cheat.
That doesn't look familiar at all.
Like the art?
Thank you.
Is it Puerto Rico? I don't know.
Did you do it?
I worked on this game. I was the art director and graphic designer of it. It's Reavers of Midgard.
Oh.
I know neither one of you did it. I just wanted to brag.
Fair enough.
I had no idea you did it. I did. I liked what I saw there. I don't like it now because you tricked us, but I liked what I saw. Yeah.
So sorry. No more of those. What is this one?
What in the fuck?
You can see what that is, though, right?
Yes, it's a volcano.
Is it the Pompeii game?
It is not. Any other guesses? I think Sleeping Gods was with that first one, right?
The last one.
No idea.
Oh, I worked a little bit on Champions, too. That was fun.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. You should probably give us the bigger image.
You want the bigger one?
Gets it.
Okay, here we go.
What?
Hell.
Oh, come on. You can get this one.
Is it new?
I can't give clues. I've given the big thumbnail here.
No.
Can you zoom in?
Zoom in?
Yeah. I thought I'd get a little hint from whatever that is down there.
Yeah, the logo at the bottom. I know.
Yeah, I purposely put a little thing right there. But not enough.
It's not something like, it can't be terraforming Mars, is it?
Nope.
No.
You give me a wild guess, Mike, because you know the game. No?
Is it? It's not Eldervale. Is it not Rise of Tribes?
Okay, well, you can't name like 3.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, I got poker face. Tell me what
I'm trying to think of what Chris would screw us with, right? Like Eldervale, Rise of Tribes are all stuff that he could then shame us for not knowing because Peter might be watching. Like, there's reasons Chris is doing these now.
Actually, I will tell you this. I didn't pick anything that was like a built board, hexes or things like that. They're all basically big folded boards.
Nah, I have no clue.
They might not fold, but they're the board,
Yeah.
No clue?
What is it?
I didn't get anything from the chat for this one either.
Well, no, because it's like impossible. Oh, is that Lost Ruin of Arnak?
It is.
Oh, damn.
I didn't even realize there was a volcano in this image, to be fair.
Nope. I don't think I've seen the board without it set up.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
Well done.
Oh, these colors are pretty prominent. That's why I went to that second part with that. But
it's too new. I think I've only seen the board like twice.
Oh, Corey, did you get it in time? We got Corey saying it right here. Oh, and Alan.
They probably said it once the whole board was unfolded.
Is that the backside? It is the backside, which is kind of the same. Well, I mean, like the artwork and stuff looks very similar. I know this part changes. So there's two different sides. Never played that side. Okay. I'm going to put Corey in here. I'm going to give both of them a point for it because I don't know which one. All right. Next.
Oh, is that
Don't
Azul?
say it. Don't say it.
Is that Azul?
It is not. But I knew you'd guess it. You got a guess for me, Mike?
Oh, God.
Chat?
Nothing.
No?
No.
All right. You might get it in the next one.
Alhambra?
No?
Fuck.
Is it? Wait, what?
No?
What is that? That's part of the board too?
Yeah.
That makes no sense. I don't know.
Yeah,
Not
Andrew, I'm
Alhambra.
with you on that one.
I have nothing. No.
No?
No.
All right. I thought you were going to be the one to get this one, actually.
Why? Is it 5 tribes?
No, it's Merv.
Oh, I've never played. That's brand new.
Yeah, but I thought you've played it.
No.
That's like a year old, though, isn't it, Merv?
Well, still, it's pretty new.
Yeah, so is Arnak.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Arnak lost, like it won prizes, but Merv didn't.
There's one for you. It's not new either. I mean, not.
Is that? Wait, what did you say? Not from.
It's not from last year.
Is it?
It's true.
I was gonna say no. It's not what I was gonna say.
I should award like 20 points if you were able to get this.
This?
It's so zoomed in on this one.
Oh, maybe it is. Is it Survive, Escape Atlantis?
No, that's a good guess though, because that does look like the blue that they use in the water.
Yeah, because and there's a whale as part of the stuff you can encounter, so I figured maybe.
Good guess, but no, Corey. You got a guess for me, Mike?
I don't.
No? All right, I'll go to the next one.
Oh, what's it called? I've played this.
No?
Oh my God, I'm pretty sure I played this at a retreat. Oh, wait, no. It's not a car racing. Is it the bike thing? Is it the Flamme Rouge?
This isn't 20 questions.
No, it's Flamme Rouge?
Nope.
Okay, because, the card game.
Oh, Corey got it.
One lane.
Oh, Donnie got it too.
That's downforce? Wow, I never would have.
No, it has 3 lanes wide. Oh, shit, it is that game. That is the one I played. Son of a bitch.
Donnie and Corey.
The whole way. I forgot. Oh.
Nice.
I played that at a retreat like a year and a half ago, 2 years
Andrew
ago.
guessing it too.
Damn it.
I'll give him a point for that. They just played it. That's great. Did you play it on that side? Because this one also has a double-sided board. So
You know what? I think I played the other side. I'm just gonna stick with that.
I don't even know where we are. Where we're oh yeah, we're good.
Oh, that's Raw. Right?
What you said? What you said?
Raw?
Nope.
Oh.
You got a guess for me, Mike? You should get it. No? Not even a wild guess.
I got nothing. No.
We got to put some points under your name here. I only got 3 for you.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm at 4. So
yeah. Honestly, Alan's killing you.
I believe it.
Rising Sun, nope. Good recognizing the symbols there, though. All right, here goes the next.
Oh, Dark Moon.
There you go.
what?
Damn it.
So it only gives you 1 point. Oh my gosh!
Yeah. Oh,
wow.
wow. So it's 4-4 with you guys.
Yeah, we're tied. Damn.
Oh, I dropped my pencil and the lead broke out. There we go. Got your point.
Yeah, I would have never
I knew when
guessed.
you were showing the first picture, you had those symbols, but there was an English letter above it, and I couldn't make it out. I knew that was a clue. I couldn't make it out. That's a good one. Damn it.
Yep.
Well done.
All right. Next one. Oh, I think there was a. You know what? I think I saved these in reverse order. I think that's the large one.
That is not the large one.
I think that's the large one.
Shit.
Yeah.
The worst part is I think I've played that game because it looks familiar.
I can guarantee you have played this game. To make it worse. Ooh, that's a good guess, but no, it's not Village.
Can you zoom in again? It's not Dungeon.
Oh, sure.
Oh. Wait, what did you say?
I said it's not Village.
No, Michael.
I'm not saying anything.
I heard him say it's not Dungeon Pets, is it? Or something like that.
Yeah, it's not one of the dungeon ones, I don't think. I don't think it's Dungeon Pets. It's not Dungeon Lords. If anything, it'd be Dungeon Pets, but I don't think it's Dungeon Pets.
It could
Matt
be.
got it.
Is it? Damn it.
Oh, man.
I did save them in reverse order.
It's so small. Ah.
It's right in the middle.
I love that
Right in the
board.
middle. Yep.
Right in the
I knew
middle
I'd played it too. I was like, I've seen this before. Oh, man.
Matt's on the board.
God.
I'll give him 1 point since he didn't get to see the one before. I mean, I'll give him 3 points since he didn't see the one before.
Yeah, but the ones that you pick at the beginning are so tough that give him 2.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, yeah. It was my mess up. I'll give him 2. There we go. Oh, yeah.
What is that? Is that?
You have to zoom in so much you see the grain of the cardboard.
Yeah.
Hey, I took the time to take pictures of each one of these. So.
What the fuck?
Awesome.
I can't even tell what that thing is. Like, that's how much you zoomed in. Ridiculous.
Yeah, this is a hard one. I'll give you that.
Is it something we've played, you think?
I'm not even sure.
Oh, great.
We've talked about it, or I've talked about it. No to Small World. No to Agizia. I've never played that. All right, here's the next one, or the expanded one.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah. Oh my God. I've seen this.
It's right there. Down there.
Is it Ethnos?
There you go.
Yeah, that's it.
It's the square. The square. I was like, I know those squares.
Got a point for Katia.
Good one.
Woohoo.
Nope. Good guess, though.
Man, that was
Century Spice Road doesn't have a board, does it? Trying to remember. Do they have like a little fold-out board or anything?
They had a playmat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have a playmat. I didn't put playmats in here. If that's the. Where are we? Oh, okay. We are to. I think we got 2 more left.
Oh god.
So you got a chance right now. Katia's got 5. Mike's got 4. You guys are being beat by Alan by quite a bit. I think he's got 8 here.
Yeah,
right?
he's doing
Matt's
pretty
got
good.
2. Andrew's got 3. Donnie's got 1. Corey's got 2. Nice.
Tales of Arabian Nights.
Very well done.
Wow. I feel like that was kind of
It was an easy one, sure.
a gimme.
Well, that's only because the game, like we studied this game to
Yeah.
make a better game.
Yeah.
So that map haunts me at night.
On shoot.
I hate it.
I played this once and it was years ago. So there's no way I would have.
I thought about just starting with this, just the little rainbow thing right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've been to that lake of colors so many times that I would have.
No,
So, just depends on your experience.
I
with
didn't
this.
stand a chance on that one. Let's just put it that way. That was a gimme thrown at Michael. So your next one better be 5 tribes.
Hey, I put Alchemist on there thinking that you'd get
That's
it.
true. That's true.
All right, here we go.
I'm really happy that I got 3 right because that's what I
5 Tribes doesn't have a solid board, so it's not on here. I can tell you that. All right, here's the next one.
I mean, come on.
Well, that's enough.
Yeah, enough if you're the one taking the picture.
This got moved on me here. I think it's actually directly behind me. Too bad I'm in the way, but Alan got it right off the bat.
Alan got it.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
So we didn't stand a chance. Like I didn't get a chance to even catch up here. That's bullshit.
Oh, Corey was right behind him. I'll give Corey 1 for being behind him.
Did you have a tiebreaker? You should do a tiebreaker.
We're not tied though, right?
Yeah, I know, but
And also, I think Alan
No,
got it.
in fact, what I did was I lied because I have, I have 1, 2, 3 more, maybe 4.
then keep them coming. Let's do this.
Oh, you didn't like Horrified? I thought it was. I liked Horrified for what it was. I mean, I'm not big on cooperative games either, right? But
Pandemic.
I don't know if
Monsters.
either is right. I don't know if Alan is or not. But all right. So next one. Ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Oh man. Hey, buddy.
This is a good one. It's fun being on this side of it.
Sure.
I'm sure I'd be tortured as much as you guys are. That's a good guess, Euphoria, but nope.
That is a good guess.
Like the game that I have in mind, obviously, like it just came out. It's not gonna be that.
This has been out for a while.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a.
I got nothing.
Oh, wait, is it? No.
I'm going to go on the next one if you're not sure.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Also, Andrew, I want to come back to that in a second. Oh, King of Tokyo.
There you go.
I've never played that. Damn it.
Really? It's been
No.
around for what?
I know, and I've never played it.
2014?
Where's the? Oh yeah, right in the center of the board, the Eiffel Tower. Oh,
I know. I never even realized that the Eiffel Tower is there. I guess it's not the Eiffel Tower. It's in Tokyo, right?
Correct.
It's like a recreation of it or something. Yeah.
All right.
At least that was only 1 point, right?
Yeah,
It
just
was.
1 point because he got on the second one.
I'm behind by like 4 now.
Mike has 8 and you have 5, so behind by 3.
I got 4 right. I don't care. I beat what I thought I'd get. So.
Oh, that's a Galaxy Trucker.
Oh, tight game.
I just bought it too, but I recognize those arrows.
Well done.
I was a little worried because this is, I have the original
The old
version.
one.
Yeah, and I didn't know if the new one had that.
I don't know. I haven't even looked at the board yet. I just looked at those little astronauts and the aliens and stuff because I want to use them. But yeah, I've played this a couple times, so I was familiar with that arrow. Thanks, Alan.
Andrew, yep. I don't know if you got that faster than Katia, though. All right, here's the next one.
Is that one raw?
No.
Nope.
No.
It's Suro.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, good one.
Woo. That's another 3. Now Mike's got 11. Katia's
5
got
right.
8.
Unbelievable.
I was wondering if anybody would get this because you always just think of the past. You don't really think of the board as you're putting it on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also, there's a blue version of this that has a different image. Oh, Corey had it in there too. You know what? I'll give them 2. I'll give them each a point. I trust them.
Hi, Linta.
All right. I think this is the final one. No, that was the final one.
Oh,
surprise.
This is the final one for 5 games now.
No, that was actually the final one.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, because then it goes to the example. So Mike beat Katia with that last one right there. Very good. Did he beat Alan? Was the real trick. Let me see. Alan has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You tied with Alan.
Wow.
Man.
Right at the end there.
Well done.
Crazy.
Yep. And then just to let everybody else know, Andrew's got 4, Corey's got 4, Donnie's got the 1, and Matt's got 2.
And I ended up at 8, I think.
Yep. 8 for Katia. So that was a good thing I made this banner here to tell us what we were playing.
Oh
right?
my God.
Oh,
You can't say anything, Mike. You have the ability to click on those banners too.
But I'm not in host mode. When I was in host mode, I was putting the banners up. Sometimes I was leaving shit up there longer than I needed to.
Yeah.
But I still put it up there.
You did good job as in host mode, by the way. You should
Thank you.
You should be a little more in host mode.
Well, now that I know, I should remember that you screw up. I'm getting back into Chris being back mode now.
Right.
While we're doing it, we might as well do this too, because I noticed we had 22 people watching. So.
Oh yeah.
wow.
Right, 22 people.
Yeah. Say hi in the comments if you're new.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Did I get some of these on? Yeah, Donnie did have 2, didn't he? I think I forgot. I might have marked actually. Well, sorry, Donnie. I'm gonna give Donnie 2 more points just for missing him.
That was fun. That was challenging. Not as difficult as I thought, but I only got 5. I'm happy with myself on 5.
Yeah, I tried to pick boards that people know pretty well and stuff, and also it's always challenging, right? Because we've talked about board games for a year now, but I don't always know which games you've played. And
Right.
Like Blood Rage, when that came up, I was like, I have no clue if they've ever even opened a box of Blood Rage.
No.
And neither one of you have played, right?
I played it once, but when
you
it
played
first
it once.
came out, yeah.
Yeah. So who knows? What the
I
heck?
want to see how well you do in a game like that. Like I feel
like I do probably about as well as you guys did. I mean, honestly, it's really hard to place it when you have no context as to where it's coming from. And there's a few tricky things, right? Whenever I focused on that fountain, and there's no way you're going to think racing game when you see a blue water and fountain, right? And like Concordia, whenever I think I focused on like a big fish or something. I didn't even know those were on there until I took the picture.
Right.
And once I got the picture in Photoshop, I was like, "Ooh, a fish!" and zoomed in. And I played that game 1,000 times at this. Not 1,000, but you know what I mean.
It's like the volcano in Arnak.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't even know that was there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's fun, enjoyable to make, and to be on this side of it. I don't know how it'd be on the other. You're more than welcome to make one if you want.
Well, this is why I do the trivia stuff because,
Right. Well, the trivia was really fun.
I don't do well at trivia, and I enjoy making them, but also they don't require me to screen share, so it's
yeah, that was the last episode, right, where you did the trivia with and no, that was 2 episodes ago with Andrew and Mike. Yeah, I was I went through in Discord as I was watching it, and I was like, I got 13 right, but there were some on there that were just like, some of the questions you pick were so good because it was like, it's right here, right on the tip of your tongue, like, and you'd be just off of. I like the ones that were like, how many players does this play?
Mm-hmm.
I forget which one it was, but it was 1 to 4, and I did 2 to 4 because I never think about solo gaming, so I got that wrong. Yeah,
I wonder how well Chris would do at the QSCon trivia that we put together.
Oh, what kind of trivia is it? Just board games or
board game trivia? We had 15 questions, I think, different Friday than Saturday. Some were visual. Yeah, I wonder how you do.
And then like you said, there's some that had visuals.
Well, I mean, like it's hard because there's so many board games in the world that when we make games for ourselves on here, we're kind of thinking about what each other's played and experienced and stuff, right? But I mean, you could ask me a ton of questions about games I've never even opened, and I'll do horribly, like I've never played a game before. So,
all right, here. The first, I was looking at
the.
Well, I was just looking at some of the questions, but these are definitely super easy.
Yeah, comments, jump in there if you want to.
All right, so here's a question. Let's see who gets it.
All right.
In Shadows over Camelot.
Okay.
How many catapults placed outside the castle will lose the game for the knights?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that feeling right there is when you get the little fountain in a little 1x1.
Okay. I can see the board in my head.
It was multiple choice, so I can give you multiple choice if you
want. Hold on, before you do multiple choice.
I think I remember, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 22? No, 23.
I think
what's the multiple choice?
I think it's
23 your final answer.
No, what's the multiple choice?
Oh, now you want the multiple choice. All right, so you only get 1 point, not 3 points, because we're going bigger, right?
Matt says 13.
That's close. 10, 12, 14, or 16.
Oh.
So it's 12.
Yeah, I guess 12. No, I'd go 14. I thought it was more than that.
I'm going 12 now. I don't remember.
Chris, 14?
At least I wasn't alone in the high count there. Yeah, I guess I'll go 14 because I was thinking a lot more. Is it 12?
12.
Wow.
That's a tough question.
That's a good one.
Is it just 2 rows of 6?
I think they're staggered.
Yeah, I think they're staggered.
Right.
Bigger in the center.
Yep. That's why I was doing that, because I was like, there must be like 6 here, then 5 here, or you know what I'm saying? I thought there were 3 rows.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that was fun. That was fun to make.
What's the player count for just one?
It is 3 to 8.
Oh, are you asking me to?
I'm letting Zach get a chance at that one too.
I'm gonna go with it plays 3 to 6.
So we got 3 to 8, 3 to 6. Matt's saying 2 to 10. So technically, you can play it with more. I'm saying, what does it say on the box too? Right?
I'm thinking how many things are included in it. I think 6, but I could be wrong. And
It's 3 to 7.
I almost went with 7, but I couldn't
Right in the
remember if
middle.
8,
Yes.
7, or 8.
You can play
right
at 8
there.
because the person with their eyes closed that's going to be doing the guessing doesn't need a dry erase board. So you can play it up to 8. I don't know why they didn't do it.
I know we've done that before where you just pass the dry erase board. So that's probably what I was thinking that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I knew you couldn't do 2 because I wanted to do it, but there's no way to not match someone if it's just one person giving clues.
Definitely can.
All right, last question, and Katia, you're not allowed to answer because I can do this all night, but this one excludes you because you know it. What color meeple are the viziers in 5 Tribes?
The viziers are they are yellow. The elders are white. The artisans are purple. So
I'm only asking about the one.
Okay, they're yellow.
He's right. He's right.
All right, whoever this Linta is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering about that.
Sorry, buddy. You're done.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
too bad. I thought it was a legit viewer.
Yeah, that's all right. Anybody in the comments want to guess? Chris is saying yellow, and then he spatted off a whole bunch of other colors. And I'll let Katia tell you if you're right or wrong.
What? No, we already went through it. I already said it.
Katia already said
Block Linta.
Oh,
yeah.
About Chris being right or wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, Alan said purple. Those are the artisans on the expansion.
Yeah, the expansion. Mm-hmm.
Which is a great expansion. I never play without the artisans anymore.
Yeah, it's good. I like the mountains that it adds. Yeah.
And that big pit that you have to go around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, those are fun. Yeah, I love trivia. Sometimes I go on YouTube and Aaron and I will go over trivia stuff, general trivia, or pick different stuff and all. But she won't do Star Wars with me. But Disney trivia is fun because they go between Pixar and Disney films, and it's kind of like when we do the color brain.
The color brain, yeah.
I ordered the regular edition of that, by the way.
Oh, cool. What?
Having a clue.
Does it just cover anything, or
no clue?
We'll find out.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm hoping it'll be here by next show. So
yeah, we'll see. So, what's the next part of this show that we're going to talk about?
I think you have us down for designing a game.
You said you're going to bring out your big wheel of something.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
My wheel. Yeah.
As long as it doesn't go to soccer or what was it that you did?
Figure skating.
Skating. And figure skating's more interesting. Oh, hockey. That's what it was.
Yep.
Hockey or figure skating.
I was like, oh no, not hockey.
That you do the design, we'll do the theme. It'll be fine.
Hockey. Well, the problem is I don't know hockey, right?
Right.
So when you say, let's design a game about hockey, I'm like, I don't know anything about that.
All right.
So you're going to spin the wheel.
Yeah. So for those new to watching, this was something we did last week with Donnie and Corey, actually. I'm going to give the wheel, I'll do 5 spins. How did I do it? 5 spins. And it gave us, there it is. I have it from last time. The first one will give us our setting. So the outer ring.
I wish we could see the wheel better.
I know. I could bring it in, but then it starts getting glary and shit.
Yeah.
That's okay. You can just read it for us.
Yep. Then the next one is going to be a component that we need. Like the game has to have something.
Cool.
Then the next one will be, we're not allowed to use it.
Okay. And chat can join in and ideas and stuff too, right?
Oh yeah, last week we had some.
And this is just for fun, but yeah.
Yeah, just for fun. Unless it becomes really good, and then we have it documented that it's like the next great game.
But we got to put all these people in the chat as
correct
co-designers, right?
Oh, everyone will get credit. Yeah, absolutely. The next
designed by the
2,
442.
So we'll go with setting. We'll go with a component we need to have, a component we're not allowed to use. The next 2 will be the mechanisms. The first one will be the main mechanism, and the second one will be a secondary mechanism that have to be in the game.
By the way, I assume you got to do it in good faith. Like if it says it has to have a meeple in it, you can't go, okay, it's first player marker, move on, right?
No,
Yeah.
it has to be part of the.
I would say yes. Matt, we'll see you later.
Bye, Matt.
Thanks for stopping by. And then the last one will be the type of game it's going to be, either one versus all, competitive, cooperative, semi-cooperative, or team game.
Okay.
Type, I guess. What type?
You're going to throw cooperative on top of something. I'm excited, aren't you?
I am going to spin the wheel, and the wheel is going to tell us what we're going to be talking about.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, wait. I got to get rid of that bag. Hold on. I have the
All
bag for it.
How many re-rolls do we get?
No rerolls.
Oh, come on. Give us one.
No.
Give us each one roll.
Nope.
One whip of it.
No, because a half an hour will be us watching this wheel spin for no reason. It's going to be 5 spins.
Which one?
1, 2,
Which
3,
one?
4, 5.
I get one and she gets one.
Like a no questions asked, you get to re-roll, you get to respin?
Yeah.
I don't need one.
I'll take her too.
No.
All right. I'm just trying not to get stuck with hockey. That's all. 1
respin and 2/3 majority. 2 of us have to agree that we respin it.
Okay, come on.
All right. So this first one is going to be the setting.
The theme, what it's about. Okay, cool.
The setting.
Make me excited. What is it?
You're going to be excited. It's active volcano.
All right, that sounds fun. Sure. Active volcano. I know nothing about that.
All right, we're good with that.
Actually, I did learn something about that recently. Did you know the lava, when it's below the ground, is actually called magma?
Yes.
I learned something. I learned something about active volcanoes too. It's on the board for Arnak. I didn't know that.
Oh.
All right, so this is going to be the component that we have to have in the game. I mean, I'm going to respin it because it came up meeples.
No, it's the same as last time.
That's
Or,
that's
I mean,
your
active
respin right there?
volcano. Meeples could be fun with active volcano.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Sure. Yeah.
You got Pompeii already, right? Got to get those meeples out of there.
All right, meeples have to be in it. The
right.
next one we're not allowed to use. If it comes up meeples, it's an automatic
It's
respin.
going to say lava. No.
All right, we're not allowed to use D6s. So no D6s.
That's fine. I usually go with that anyway.
All right, next one is going to be the main mechanism. Oh, no. A roll or flipping right?
With no D6s. Well, it didn't say no D8s.
Correct. That's actually on here. Is dice. Dice is his own thing.
Oh, look at what Alan said. He said they have 9 big volcanoes in Costa Rica, so that's a good setting.
Are they active? All 9 of them?
There's no way.
I don't know, but they have one. So they have one that I've looked before for a trip, and it's called, I think it's in the town of La Fortuna. And basically, like at night from some of the resorts, you can see the lava spewing. Yeah. Yeah. It looks
That's
really
awesome.
cool.
That's sick. All right. Secondary mechanism.
It's a roll or flipping right is the first one.
Oh, interesting. So deck construction or deconstruction?
Whoa. With the roll or flip it right? Oh my God.
Ooh. All right. I already know what I'm doing with that. Or what we should do. Right. Because
Okay.
we're doing this cooperatively. We're doing this together, right?
Correct.
All right.
Can you so you're gonna have to explain to me a little bit more what, like, the deck destruction, is it when you're like trying to get rid of stuff from your hand?
Yeah, like we all start with 20
Deck
cards and we want to
construction.
get them out.
You're just adding stuff to your deck? Like is it
deck
kind of like deck
building.
building or
Yeah, deck builder. Yeah.
oh
Deck
okay.
building. Yeah.
All right.
All right, and then this is going to be our competitive, cooperative, team-based, whatever.
Oh, the drama.
Oh, the drama. You're going to love this one.
What is it?
Co-op.
Ah, I knew it. If you guys are excited about it, we'll keep it. I won't ask.
I mean, I'm indifferent. Is there anything you want to change out?
No, but I think in this particular one, I mean, co-op would make sense if you're dealing with an active volcano and maybe people are trying to evacuate.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to get everybody out of there before it blows, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or we're some cult sacrificing people into it. I mean, you're all running away from the volcano. Maybe we want to run towards it.
Maybe we have a ring that we need to go and throw in it.
So Lord of the Rings, flipping right.
Deck builder. Okay, so like the flipping right.
Oh, I know. Why don't we make it? Sorry, I just had like the, like in Shrek, how he has to like go and rescue Fiona from the castle, but it's like almost in a volcano. So maybe you're going to like rescue a princess from the active volcano.
All right, so are we good with all of it then? We don't want to try and re-roll or respin anything?
What are the other choices besides cooperative? I know you got semi-cooperative and competitive.
Competitive.
Is it just 3 other?
Team-based and 1 versus all.
Oh. Might as well stick to cooperative then.
And we're good with deck construction. We're good with rolling right. We're good with D6s.
Yeah, because, I mean, deck construction, deck building, whatever, with flipping right is something I haven't seen before, right?
Right.
It's kind of interesting.
And we're okay with having to have meatballs and not allowed to use D6s?
Yeah.
I don't need D6s.
All right.
I try to avoid D6s in my game designs. They're just
do we set a timer this time? Half hour top?
Yeah, we can. We can do we started at 2 and we'll go to 2:30.
Got my timer right here.
Or you can just watch the upper left.
I can't see the upper left. My camera's in a way.
This
way I can start talking real fast and you know that we're near.
Whenever a timer goes off, the last thing you do is talk quickly.
That's true.
Yep.
Building the deck in a way that helps everyone when you flip it. Yeah.
Is there a cooperative flipping right or rolling right? Because the whole idea is that you're writing something that someone else, that you're doing it in a different place than someone else, or choosing a different thing than someone else to do it better, right? So how does that work cooperatively? You could, what if the card has 2 or 3 options on it? What are you pulling up?
A campaign-driven rolling right.
But is it co-op? So that's co-op?
Drawn to Adventure.
Oh.
Corey says Johnny and he designed a cooperative rolling right.
There you go.
So what if the card that flips up has like 2 or 3 choices of the writing, but you all write secretly and then matches are the only thing that can go down or something like that? So like let's say you're putting up barrier for lava to try to block them, right? And that's what you're going to draw on is the barrier. And this one has like an L-shaped barrier or a 2-line barrier. And I might pick the L shape to go in this spot to save these people, but you might pick the 2-line ones to save this group of people, that kind of thing.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, that could work.
That's an interesting take on flipping, right? We're writing on it and we're flipping it to do a thing. That's cool.
Oh, I wasn't saying you write on it. I was saying like the card gets flipped and we all secretly write the one that we choose and then put it down, I guess. And then that's
What's on the card that's flipped?
The card is just the choices.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were writing it down.
Oh, I see.
And then
kind of like silver and gold, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Or you can write on the cards.
Yeah, but I like what you were saying. Like the card that's flipped over, you have like 3 options or 4 options, and then you're picking one. What'd I do?
Apparently, they're rolling right or flipping right.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Co-op one.
I did. It was the one they entered in the story machine contest, I believe.
Okay.
So for it to be cooperative, we all have to have a thing that we kind of do and then reveal or something, right? Otherwise, we're all just talking about, oh, let's draw it here. Let's just draw it here. It's not like a.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, what is our goal? Are we running away from the volcano? We're trying to save people.
I almost kind of want to do the sacrifice people thing. That sounded more fun.
I mean, I'm also okay with that. But if we are running away, then that means we're all trying to save the population. We'll get a score based on how many people made it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay.
All right, Alan. We're going to talk about Boba Fett later, so you can come back and join us.
Bye, Alan. Sorry, what did you say about the Boba Fett?
Oh, I was just telling him after this we're going to talk about Boba Fett a little bit.
Oh,
if we have time. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That if you're trying to rescue people, the more you rescue, the more points you get, and then you probably get like a range in your score. Whereas, like, if you save this many, your whatever it's called, like,
right,
you would have a.
I mean, you could have different colored meeples and maybe. Oh no, I'm going back to competitive. Well, maybe not. Maybe there's different tasks that come up to say now you got to save, 2 reds and 1 blue or something, recipes kind of thing.
Yeah. If you have private objectives kind of thing, though, is it full co-op? Good night.
Yeah, it's full it's full co-op.
Isn't it full cooperative if there's private objectives and some people can't win while others can, right?
I don't think so.
And that's not co-op.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So it's all of us win or all of us lose.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's what cooperative is. My favorite kind of cooperatives is where you have information that you can't give to other people so that you don't have an alpha gamer telling everybody what to do, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I would say, if we're doing the flipping right and stuff, you can't have you have to have some kind of communication blocker there, right? You can't be like, oh, everybody should know what to be writing here, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want that, right?
Well, that could be the deck. If instead of deck building or deck construction, then we can do deck deconstruction, where we all start with a certain amount of, say, those polyominoes, and the ones we drop are coming out of our deck, so we no longer have access to them anymore.
Oh. Okay.
Like a limited amount supply type thing.
Okay, what about this? What if we all have our own decks, like you just said, right?
Yeah.
And on the card, it has a way of drawing, like maybe in an L shape, right? Okay. But it also says something like it shows where the lava flows. So yes. What we do is we all put out a card that we want to put out, and amongst us, we have to choose which one we're going to draw on an actual board to block the lava, but the other 2 dictate where the lava flows.
No, again, it's not. Oh, okay. Not. Yeah. Yep. I see what you mean. Yeah.
So you would take turns, basically? Like, would it rotate?
So I don't know if that's on screen. Oh, there's my lava. There's my active volcano.
Looks just like Arnax.
Yeah. And then this grid is the board that we'd be writing on, right? Where the polyominoes are going to go.
Right.
Okay.
Every round, you flip over something, and that's going to go. What did I just play? 60-second city. You know that one? It was in Target for a while. It's by Buffalo Games. Really well produced. But every round, you play 3 rounds. Every round, you're putting out 3 whatever the hell they're called. I don't know what they're called in the game, but it's grid based. So you roll 2 dice. The red die is the y-axis. The blue die is the x-axis. And then whatever the combination is, that square is whatever this hazard, where that hazard goes. So in our flip, you flip, and somewhere on this grid is a building or a cave-in or where the lava's going or where it's coming up from underneath the ground or something. And then that's phase 1 or whatever it's called. Phase 2 is us figuring out what polyomino we're going to put down to get the most people, because clearly up here there's going to be all of our meeples trying to run the hell away from this place. And then the meeples are going to run down away from the volcano. But then there's going to be hazards put in the way, maybe 3 hazards per round or something. And we got to figure out, based on our deck of polyominoes, which one we're playing to get the people to go away from the lava.
So you would have your own personal board that you have a Sharpie or not a Sharpie, but like a dry erase?
No, like this would be cooperative. This would be the main board in the center.
Okay.
And then phase 1 is us flipping the hazard. So where the lava is coming up or where the lava meteor is hitting down or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then phase 2 is us with our hand of cards playing what polyomino or however we want that to be based on where the people are and where they're going. So if it's an L, then you're going to move them in an L. Then the next round, we're going to flip something over. The lava ball will come down in this grid at this place and kill people if they're there. But we want to do like the T to go this way because we want to build off the T next time, or however the hell. And they don't have to be like standard Tetris pieces. They can be other, like Cosmic Colonies. Oh, no, Cosmic Colonies was polyon. What am I thinking of? Patchwork, right? The way Patchwork has the polyominoes, but they're not like the typical T and L and stuff.
So what you could do in a way, and it reminds me of a game that I used to play with my niece, and it was a troll game, and it's like super basic, but it could work for basically you were drawing a tile and they had like a road there were like different shape of roads that you could get, and you're laying them. You're basically trying to go and get some keys at the bottom and an escape. So with that, you could do it so that on the polyomino, you have like a path basically drawn. And then, your next tile that you end up placing, maybe that one has a fork in it. So it gives you options where to go. And so you could do it that way. Yep.
So there you go. In 12 minutes, we have an active volcano scenario using meeples, no D6s. It's clearly a flip and write because we're flipping and writing where the stuff goes. We have a deck deconstruction because we're playing stuff from our hands, and it's fully co-op.
It's not deck building, though.
No, deck building. It's construction or deconstruction. So we have a choice of deck building or deck de-building.
So we're getting rid of cards in our hand, though?
Yeah, like what we play is limited. Like it's our deck, right? We have a deck of 10. We're going to draw 3 and we're going to play from our hand. However, whatever rules we want to set up into the similar cards cancel out, or you play 2 with a 3, however we want the rules to work. But we have a deck. The deck is constructed of a certain amount of these polyomino cards. We all start with the same deck, but we shuffle and draw 4, draw 3, or whatever. And then it's play 1, draw 1. So we're getting them. We have a deck. We're getting them out of our hand, right? We're deconstructing our deck. Doesn't have to be deck building. It had to be deck construction or deconstruction.
Right.
So if we go deconstruction and we have
that works. I would say just for a little bit of interest and stuff, what if we took a note from what he was talking about in Costa Rica with the mini volcanoes? What if you had a volcano like in 3 different spots equally, and you have lava flowing in from all different directions? Make things really, because you don't want it just coming from one direction. Then everybody kind of has the same idea, but I might be looking more worried about this side than you're at that side, that kind of thing.
Sure.
Lava from all angles kind of thing.
The wild card factor is the flip part of it, right? We don't know where the lava is going to come up from the ground. We don't know where the lava rock is going to come and hit the people. So we don't know. It's not necessarily flowing directly from this sweet active volcano down. It could pop up anywhere on the grid because it explodes and shit's raining fire down in different places.
You could also have
having multiple volcanoes too.
You could also have where the lava eats away at something on the board. It tells you get to do something with your deck, like you gain a new card that has really cool something, or so you're like, nah, I'm gonna let the lava. We should let the lava go here so that we all get this, and but then that makes it more risky.
Sure. Like there's certain buildings in the village, and if we get our meeple to go past the village before it breaks, we get to draw a new card into our hands or something. We get to get a card that we've already played back, something like that.
All right, now you need a name.
I think it's called one of the active volcanoes in Costa Rica.
You got to have 9 volcanoes, apparently, if it's in
Just pick one.
You're going to have 9 different maps.
Yeah.
Now we have the Welcome To series just of active volcanoes raining fire on civilians.
Oh, there's your title, Raining Fire.
That was a very bad movie, wasn't it? Rain of Fire. Never mind.
Rain of Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not magma. Yeah,
Okay.
no. Yeah, 12-minute game. Done.
There you go.
Easy peasy. Why don't people do this every day?
For those people that are watching, we need a title. What would you call it? That's not bad. We did that in 12 minutes. That was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, some of my better designs usually come from challenges. Like you just challenge yourself with like, okay, we're going to do worker placement. In fact, that's how Troubles was made. Aaron and I started yelling challenges at each other, and that's how we got there.
The best way to do it, right? Don't fine tune the rules. It's kind of, I guess, my camp of design. And what we did with the design course at the high school is you have this idea. Now get it to the table. It could be a pile of hot trash. Just get it and figure out where it's not working and then manipulate it from there. So we had this idea of, we don't know how many cards are in our deck. We don't know what the polyomino shapes are going to be. We don't know what the grid, like how many wide by how many deep. We don't know that stuff, but shit, get it on the table, put some stuff on index cards, draw a couple, start playing and figure out what's going on. And you'd have this game starting to develop in under a half an hour.
Yeah, getting the game to the table is the most important thing, because I've had games where I've spent all this time developing it and finally getting it to a table and being like, oh, it's not fun.
No.
I was like, wow, that was a lot of waste of time. If only I'd known that, 60
you're
hours
fine-tuning a dumpster fire, right? Like,
right.
You don't know that it's shit until you start to manipulate it and play with it. And then you're like, you waste all this time of figuring out cards and design and icons. And no, just stick figures on an index card, throw it on the table, and figure out where it fails, and then start manipulating it from there.
I'm currently designing a game with 2 other people, and we're at that moment where we need to do that, but there's still so many choices that could happen that we still don't know it's just going to take one of us to just go fine and make something and see what happens. So
yeah, like we did with the Greek game. Like we started talking about it, and then we were just like, yeah, let's make something. And then how long was it until we started playing like turn 1 and we were like, wait, there's something here.
Yeah. It wasn't too long. So
get it to the table, start playing it.
Yeah. Cool. Wow.
Yeah, I think I like this idea. I want to play around with this a little bit more, I think.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Someone will steal it from us. Either way, it'll get made, right?
Hopefully.
Like and subscribe.
I like that one. That was good. Well done, team. That was good.
Yeah. We should just do this every day. Exercise the design muscle, right?
I don't see why this doesn't become a segment of the show.
Because we went from like 30 people to 6?
Also true.
It's near the end of the episode, though. So you ready to talk about the Boba Fett? You ready to argue now that we did some cooperative stuff?
Oh, I'd love to. This is going to be the semi-co-op section of the show.
Yeah, one against many.
No, we all love what we're watching. It's just
All right, if we can start off with we're happy that it's here,
sure.
at least.
Yeah.
All right, then we can start on equal footing there. That we don't want it to go away. We don't want it to stop. We want more, right? So good. All right. There are some issues. I'm totally agree that there's some issues.
Great.
And we're talking about, well, you put 2 and 3. Is there something you want to talk about 2 before we got to 3?
Well, we didn't get a chance to.
We didn't talk to you about
It was so good.
Yeah, 2 was great, right?
It
So
was so good.
episode 1 felt like, I don't know if you've seen Dances with Wolves, but everybody's talking about it. It felt like the beginning of Dances with Wolves, which is really slow. And then episode 2 is like the best part of Dances with Wolves, where you find out more about the culture and he gets into it and all that stuff, right?
They teach each other stuff, and then he becomes part of them, and yep.
Yeah, it's fun. There was more action involved. Like half of episode 1 was just him tied to a stake, which, wasn't great. But so yeah, episode 3, though, I've seen you guys say some stuff on Discord. I was like, we got to talk about that. So first of all, let's talk about the biker gang.
Oh, God.
All right. I like that the biker gang exists.
Okay.
I like the idea that they exist. There are issues with some of the stuff. First of all, that car race where they went 20 miles per hour.
Was it a race, really? I saw Jawa walking next to them as fast as they were riding. Come on.
It was so badly done. There were parts where you could tell they sped it up in editing to try to make it look better.
Yep.
The CG of it was really bad because they're I guess they're supposedly making all this in that big dome. I don't know if you've seen the behind the scenes of how they make the Mandalorian, but it's a new way of doing stuff, of making shows, which is amazing. They have this entire dome of a studio that they project all the background behind him. So he really is walking around as if he's in Tatooine and all this stuff, right? So I assume they're doing this here, but whenever you go to a larger scale of a car race through a city, you can't have like a pod race. Like you suddenly saw the budget in that, right? You suddenly go, oh, okay, I guess you can't have him wrecking into the sides of walls and all this stuff because a lot of it is just CG, and it just, I went and watched it again before the beginning of this. I was like, yeah, I can't sit here and like try to say that part was good.
And the bike choice too. They don't fit into the decor at all. Like it's like, why did they get those parts, the shiny paint? Like it just doesn't go.
That's the part I'll argue against. First of all, I don't like the design of them. Like whatever artist concept art and stuff, I don't like the design of it. They look
too motorcycle. Like I
thought it looked more like the little scooters that old people are on.
Yeah,
nah, it's supposed to look like a chopper, like like different choppers, but
I don't like the art design of the bikes, but I do like the idea of them spending all whatever money they have on making their bikes look all tricked out and crazy in different colors that don't fit in with their environment. That's actually not unrealistic, that a young little biker gang wants to have their own look outside of their environment. I could totally agree with that. I just don't like the way they went about doing it.
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say that they've spent a lot of money making their bikes and that, like, I don't know, like it's when you see that they don't have jobs and they don't have any money and they owe $1,300.
Yeah, well, they don't have any money because they put it all into stupid cybernetics and, they've made stupid decisions.
That's
and
why
I think that totally comes across as normal.
They're overpaying for the paint job on the bikes, which is why
probably doing some of them themselves.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But I mean, that kind of rings true in some regard. There are situations in which that's the case. I mean, how many times have I seen like what looks to be $10,000 worth of decoration on a $8,000 car going down the highway. I'm like, okay. But I don't dislike the concept. I just don't like the execution.
I'm wondering where they're going with that gang, I guess is like
Are you worried that like there's going to be a new series and it's the biker?
No, I'm just curious as to why they felt the need to have that in.
Well, because he has to increase his force, right? He can't be like, I control the city. It's just
right. They don't respect him. Yeah.
Yeah. And that will actually bring me up to my bigger complaint, more than the bikers or anything like that, is that he's being a good guy. He hasn't killed one person this entire time.
True,
and
but
you can't be a good guy boss, a mob boss.
Well, hence his problem.
You just can't.
Right. But
I mean, I'll take that back. He did kill somebody with a rocket launcher who was climbing a wall, which was kind of funny.
That's true.
But
you knew, I don't know, like you knew already in Mandalorian that he has a good, like he's not a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like
he did kill some people on the train too when he was protecting the Tuskens.
True. Yep.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about just as a mob boss, like in the Mandalorian part.
Yep.
He needs to be ruthless. There needs to be some ruthlessness that you can't have. He's not a Jedi. Like that Twi'lek when he landed next to him after that chase and stuff, and he got the information about what the mayor was doing. Oh, he's with the Pikes. They should have had him go, thanks. Boom. That's a gangster move. There's no gangster moves in this gangster series.
But I don't. But that's the thing is, I don't think they're going the gangster route with them.
But
they started
the problem is they are. He's supposed to be the head of a crime family. That's gangster. But they're not going. It's all fluff and everybody lives and kind of thing. And you can't. You just get weak sauce is what happens when you do that. It's just weak.
It's disconnected. It's completely disconnected. He's asking for tribute. He's having people pay him when he goes to the club or the bar, whatever the hell the new cantina is. Like he's getting all of that stuff being done. This big bounty at the table, like Godfather-esque bounty, right? And then, like you're right, like he's doing all that stuff, but not doing this stuff.
I feel like if he had walked into that I can't remember Paradise or whatever the bar is called. Is it called Paradise? Oh my God. I feel like if he walked in there and some guy just walked up to him and spit on his helmet, he'd be like, "Whoa, don't do that."
Yep.
You know, like there'd be more reaction. Yep. Like even Finnick would be like, "Should I kill this guy?" And he'd be like, "No, we don't do that anymore." Like it's too cheesy. It's too. I thought I was gonna see like the Book of Boba where he becomes a gangster lord and does some gangster shit. He's not doing anything. He's just getting stepped on, punked around, and it's got to stop. He's got to. I thought once he got attacked by the Wookiee, that'd bring him up to speed. Like, oh, okay, we're trying to kill each other.
That in itself was ridiculous. When I watched it again, I'm like, okay. Like, first of all, it's like it's almost like the Wookiee is walking through molasses. Like they're making him look like he weighs 800 pounds. And it's like, okay, he's not that much bigger than. So he's moving so slow and he's there to kill him. So I don't know, but I feel like he really took his time and then weird that backfired. Like, I don't know.
I actually liked the Wookiee fight.
I didn't. He sounded like a lion. I'm like, where's this Wookiee noise?
This is the part I knew we'd argue about.
No.
I saw you talking about it.
I was like, why does he sound like a lion roaring? Like, what the hell is that?
They do that. They roar all the time. Even Chewbacca roared.
No.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did.
No, he roars, but there's a Wookiee like glottal kind of.
Yeah, he was missing that for like 75% of his noises that were coming out of him didn't have a Wookiee-esque.
Yeah.
Like, he sounds different than Chewie.
It was like the beginning of an MGM movie with the lion.
Yes.
It was, yeah. So, all right.
So, okay. first thing that happens, he opens up the.
Hold on.
Right?
Episode one.
Okay.
Boba takes the friggin' charge stick to the kidney and has his pig guard take him back to the tank. He's like, get me to the tank. He needed to regenerate almost immediately after one fight.
The Gamorrean, yeah.
Okay. His pig guard. Fast forward to episode 3. He's taking an enhanced Wookiee charged knuckles to the face, getting bounced around everything in that fucking room. Not once does he go back in the tank. Like, he actually has the Gamorrean take the other one to the tank because he got bit in the neck like a fucking vampire. And then he comes out in his friggin' Hugh Hefner robe. Like, just what? Like, there's no connection between one fight with his armor on, having to get carried back to his, which is not close, having to get carried back to the palace and get put back in the tank immediately. And then he's taking shot after shot by I want to call him Black Chrysanthemum. I know it's not. It's Chrysanthemum.
Yeah.
Got bounced around, tossed off the tank, up against this thing, kidney shots, choked out, and he's just like tying his robe down in the thing. Like, yeah, we're good.
I agree with that. So he got hit 3 times and he got Wookiee crushed. Right? Which he pretty much passed out
half a dozen times. At least
it was 3. I counted it just before the show. He
only got hit 3 times.
He got backhanded once against the Bacta tank. He got punched in the face.
But with that
knuckles.
massive thing, like, come on.
With those knuckles.
I don't even think he bled.
He got backhanded again whenever he stabbed him with the gaffy stick.
Okay. I'll take your word for it because you watch it a second time. Good
but
for you.
Even that 3 times is still too much for that Wookiee. I know. I mean, I run a Star Wars RPG. I know what those knuckles do. I know what that Wookiee should be doing at how big he is and everything. Like, there's no way a human being takes that on and is fine with it. Nope. I would have been fine, actually. Not fine, but at least what they could have done was whenever he came in, like putting the robe on, he didn't have to put a robe on, but he should have been putting armor on because he didn't know that the Wookiee was trapped by the time he walked in there, right?
Of course not. You just you had an assassination attempt by the Hutts on your life, and you just stroll in like,
right.
Come on.
So he should have come down there limping, big bruise and gash across his face, but it would have been kind of cool to see the gas start coming close because he still has Bacta all over him. Not to say that that's why, but that's why you can say next scene he's not too bad off, right?
Sure.
But he should have been messed up.
Yep.
Seriously should have been messed up from that. Yeah, and also like at one point the little biker gang that comes in there, I did like the girl with her moves with the knife. She dodges the attack. Cool, that's fine. I didn't like the fact that they have all of these enhancements, but instead they're using chains and a knife. Like during the fight, the guy has like a blowtorch. You set a Wookiee on fire. That's pretty cool. You should have used that, not a little chain, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
There were some issues.
To me, like it was clear that obviously he was gonna it was clear that he wasn't gonna leave the fight to beat up from the beginning, like just from the way that the fight was going. And it's like, and technically, the Wookiee's coming here to kill you, but I feel like we already know that he's not gonna achieve that, not even close, because of the way that they're making him fight. And like it was just, I don't know. I felt like I didn't believe that the Wookiee was there to kill him because of how poorly of a job he was doing.
So one of the problems is, first of all, they're not talking about why he's got to be in the Bacta tank. Like, I want to see them go, you're not able to move like you used to. You're damaged from the, all this stuff, and all, so that maybe eventually we'll see him be badass. Because honestly, we have not seen him be badass, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't think we've seen the reason yet. And here's why. There's 2 stories going on, right? There's the flashback stuff of him coming out of the Sarlacc, him hanging out with his new crew before they get burned like Luke's aunt and uncle. and now he's in Tatooine being a crime leader. But I don't think we've seen the reason why he has to use one of those yet.
I thought,
he would have already been using it
at the beginning of it. He still has all the burn marks,
right,
from being eaten, and that's gone now at this point because of the boxes.
So it looks like it rejuvenates.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But I wish they had gone over that kind of thing. The only problem is the only time we have seen him be badass is in The Mandalorian when he takes out stormtroopers.
Yep.
And he had no problem killing and knocking them around. And that was great and awesome to see. And where is that guy? Because that guy should be the guy we're looking at right now.
We haven't connected that yet, right?
No. When we see him as the mafia guy, the boss guy, this is after that.
True. That's true. Yeah.
So there's no injuries in between that. So why isn't he as good as he was against the stormtroopers then?
Right.
That's something I'm missing in it. I wish they would either address or fix, or I don't know what it is, but I don't know. It's kind of like they came to this with, oh, here's a whole idea for a storyline, and didn't worry about showing us how badass he is. We want to see him be badass.
Well, I think we're going to see that when he tames, or when he ends up riding the Rancor.
Right. The Rancor, I was like, good that you're keeping me here because I want to see this dude riding a Rancor. Let me see him ride a Rancor. They better show it.
As awesome as it's going to be, there's too much happening too quickly, right? Like, Trejo comes in with this cool thing. It's going to imprint on the first.
Come on, Danny Trejo. It's awesome, right?
Sure. I mean, great. It's good. I love it. I love the. All right, hold on before I get ahead of myself. All of a sudden, he's like, I'm going to imprint on it. And then he's petting it. And he's like, I want to ride it. I want to ride it in an hour. Like, everything's moving so damn. And I know there's supposed to be, 7 episodes in this series. But it's the first time I really felt like they were doing a montage of stuff because they don't have enough space. And they're like, we're just going to fast forward this. Like the whole the twins.
Yeah.
That was like, they opened the door, they said hello, and they left. Like, there's nothing going on there. They were just like, and I'm sure there's going to be more payoffs going forward about what we're seeing and what's going to happen. But it seems like it's going way too quickly.
Well, and to me, the other issue was, so the twins show up. They just sent the Wookiee to assassinate him. And then they're like, oh, yeah, we're sorry about that.
It felt like that. I don't know if it was just then. Oh, no, it was. It was. Droid came right down. Yeah.
I mean, it could have been that morning, right? Like, he was attacked at night, and then that morning they're showing up with croissants and a Rancor. Like,
yeah, to me, it was like, okay, so that happened real fast, and it doesn't seem believable.
By the way, when he said I've ridden larger,
I'm
pretty sure they were talking about this.
That's the Mythosaur.
Yeah.
I love the fan
his very first appearance. Yeah.
I think they're doing too much fan service in this one.
Oh, okay.
Right, like I get it. I get the little nods. If you're up with the lore and you're a Star Wars fan, you understand that they're bringing that into play, making it canon. I love it. But it's just like, even like him and Chrysanthemum, they know each other, right? In the comics, they've fought side by side to get, like, there's a history there with those two. So when you see that,
I don't know if those are canon comics when they did that, though.
When what?
I don't know if those comics are canon.
Sure, but I mean, all of the, right? Knowing Thrawn is out there. Thrawn is legend, but now he's canon, right? You know, when you hear Thrawn, you're like, oh shit. So, like, when you saw him come rolling into Mos Espa, and there's Black Chrysanthemum, and you're like, holy shit, this is going to be amazing. Then they fight, and you're like, all right, this is going to be, all right, that was a little cheesy. All right, this isn't going well. All right, still, they're going to make this payoff. It's going to be good. Then he's in the Rancor pit, and you're like, and then the robe, and then they're like, you can do whatever, you sell him back to the gladiators, whatever, and then he ran off into the desert.
Yeah.
Like a little child that just lost his frisbee in a tree. He just went running off to the right. And then if you look closely, you actually see him slow up and you're like, all right, I'm done. I totally checked out on this episode after that. That was so poorly executed with everything that was going on. It's like, no, I'm done.
It was a badly put together episode, but I do think that, yeah, whenever he said something like, be careful who you follow or something like that to him, right? Sure. I thought he was going to go, well, I'm looking for work now, kind of thing, like, can I work for you? Kind of.
I half expected him to end up with Boba. Yep.
And I half expected him to go, yeah, sure.
He's growing his army, right? I mean, he took the cuffs off. The Gamorreans, he did the same thing. And I guess it would have been like a rinse repeat moment, but it's like they're selling you out. I can keep you in cuffs and get rid of you. I'm going to let you go, and then you're going to go cry into the mountains. Like, watch it again and watch him run to the right. You actually see him slow down. It was so bad.
I did wonder, like, where is he going?
Where is he
going? To go kill the Hutts or just, hey, wait up, guys! Don't leave without me. Kind of.
But he didn't even run off in that direction, right?
No, he went to the side.
He went this way.
Yeah.
But if you look at Jabba's palace, like he's not running to anything.
He just went to go use the restroom and then bury it, and he was going to come back.
Oh God, so dumb.
Yeah.
So I almost put it in the chat, and I wanted to hit you with it live. Like I wrote it so I didn't forget what I wanted to talk about. And you hit on a couple of my points. It was the first time I noticed the bad effects, the bad CGI. It was
bad CGI in that race.
Horrific.
Yeah, there's even parts where you can see them as cut out. There's one part where the guy kind of like the guy with the eyeball, right? Kind of goes to the side and
with the water. He's splashing some water.
It's so fake looking. Yeah.
Even going on the whatever.
Yeah.
I said I'll bite on the Rancor, right? And I think the best part of the entire episode was giving us a reason why the Rancor trainer was so upset when the Rancor died in Return of the Jedi.
Right.
Because he's crying, he's weeping, he's so upset, and you're like, dude, like, you're okay? Now you know why. And I think that was
he raised them from a little pup. Yeah.
Right. If not intentional, that was very if it wasn't intentional, then they nailed it. But that was really smart.
And plus, okay, I'm gonna say again, Danny Trejo, when he showed up, I was more excited of him than I was of the Rancor because I'm a big fan. And then I was like, oh my God, that means someday I'm gonna have a little Danny Trejo character that gets to be next to all my other. And I just that's all I cared about. I didn't know what they said afterwards. Yeah, I was just like, there he is.
Chris blacked out.
Yeah. Woke up. Huh.
The rush of the episode, but I want to ride it now. Like that whole thing, it just seems too like you're going to imprint on the first human you see, and then you're going to ride it tonight. Like now you're going to get on.
He was just saying, I want to learn to ride it.
Yeah,
but like tonight, like he wanted to do it like that day.
No, I don't think he meant
that. Training tonight doesn't mean he's going to ride it tonight, but.
Yeah, the Wookiee running off to the hill, whatever. The Hutts, whatever.
That's another thing. Those Hutts.
What?
So here's the thing. I understand, like they have this big tradition, right? Move along in a big litter to show everybody how important you are. But just to visit Boba and go, hey, sorry, peace out. They could have just sent a hologram note of like, hey, we're on our ship, we're leaving, Pikes are coming, see you later. Like they didn't have to show up.
Sure.
For all they know, he was already dead by the Wookiee anyway. So what were they just going to go like, hey, good job. Come on, let's get out of here. Or I don't know. What was the Rancor for if the Wookiee had succeeded?
Correct.
Turn all this around.
That's what I mean. That it was like too condensed in the timeline. It didn't make sense.
Nope.
Right. And it just didn't make sense that the twins would travel all the way there. Like you just have a little droid pop up with it's like they forgot that there's this hologram communication technology that you can use.
Yeah,
that was the one.
Send one of your minions. Just be like, "Hey, go to the palace and tell them we're sorry." Like,
That was the one thing that I thought they did really well in the second episode is when the twins come into the town and you see them on that big platform and the people carrying them. They did a really good job making it look really heavy.
Yeah,
and, like,
it was actually
bent.
Yeah, it was bent.
Yeah. And you could see them repositioning themselves, and it's like it looks so heavy. And then in the last one, they didn't do it as much, but I thought like in the second one, you really got that impression of like, yeah, it looks really heavy.
Yeah,
I think they should have, if they had to be there, they should have like readjusted them a little bit so that that they were sitting in the exact same position was a little weird. Like,
well,
you just always sit just like that. Come on.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. So yes and no.
Let's
So
move.
I don't know for sure. Are they like conjoined? Like, are they?
Oh, you think they're actually like joined?
I'm wondering. I was wondering that during the show.
They have different skin textures. I don't know if that's a thing.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I'd have to look at it again. But because they almost
they have different tattoos and skin textures and stuff like that. Yeah. So I didn't know. But
not
if they are, then that would make sense for that. But yeah, huts move around. I mean, first of all, you've seen it like episode.
Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it.
Episode 1.
I thought you were going to talk about the Han Solo stepping on his tail.
Yeah, I don't like that they put that scene in there, but he does move in it. But episode 1, you see him and his, I think it's wife or something like that, walk up and like slither up to the front and start the race and all that stuff. They definitely move around.
But that's why in the shows, I think it was in Clone Wars that there are episodes with them.
Yep.
They like some of them, first of all, are like have annoying voices that it didn't have the breed at all. That was like,
you mean Zero?
Yep.
And the speed at which it was just like, that didn't fit at all.
Yeah, I think they should have done the hologram thing for the.
There's something that I think they dropped the boat or they missed the boat. They dropped the ball and they missed the boat, whatever. With the whole Hut twins, but I'll get to
missed the ball.
Yeah. You talked about him ruling with respect, but not being a crime boss, and I thought him demanding the water, that whole thing, like, no, give him 500, take it, and shut up. Like that was more being just a dick rather than like getting respect. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand why he did that.
Yeah, you're charging too much. Deal with it. Okay. Like that's going to come back. I'm sure that's going to come back at some point.
Yeah, the guy's going to come back with working with the Pikes or something.
Sure.
Like, don't let your enemies walk away and don't make enemies for no reason.
Nope.
Bad business.
We talked about the Wookiee fight, horse shit from front to back. Also, we didn't talk about it. I don't believe that a Gamorrean would fit in that bacta tank. I'm sorry. I don't think it would happen.
I think that one would. They're actually kind of small.
Yeah, they're not overly huge.
They're pretty big.
There's a lot of room in it. If you look at it whenever he opens it up, it's pretty. It might be tight, sure, but I think he could fit.
All right. I'm sure there'll be payoffs, like when Boba rides the Rancor. I said it's the first time that I felt I wasted time. I felt like I wasted time. I wasted more time than I enjoyed the time that I was wasting. Wow, that was not how that was written, but that's what I was trying to say. Like you're watching it, you're wasting time watching it, right? Like time is going by, but I actually felt like I was wasting time watching that episode because of so many things that were like the fight, the bikes. Like I don't care if you're nodding. If it ends up being a nod to American Graffiti, great. I don't know if Mos Espa is the place to nod there, right? Like nod to Indiana Jones or something like that. You can pull off something that's a little clever there rather than these bikes. And they're complaining about not having money, which is why they have to steal water, but they got 17 different rear view mirrors on this. There's nothing about, okay. So two things. The biker gang, no character. There's no character development. I don't care about them. Yep. Even at the end when the guy was like spying at the Pikes coming in, with like even that was just like when Boba said keep an eye out, and then there was like that. There was just dead air for a second. There wasn't anyone, like even Fennec didn't like look at him and been like a laugh or a giggle, and then he was just like, oh, it's a manner of speaking, and he's like, yeah, no, like even that exchange was like painful to watch.
it almost felt like
with her diving with the knife and stuff. Like, there's still no character there. There was nothing.
It almost felt like they got a note from the studio that said, "Put some kind of levity in this episode," and they just stuck that at the end as a "screw you" kind of thing. Fine. Here, he made an eye joke.
This has to happen. If that's the case, I think they lost a lot of fans by doing something that minor.
I think they're bleeding fans.
The other thing too that bothered me is the massive buffet that he's sitting at the table and she's like, "Oh, you should eat," and then they bring more food. And then he's still obsessed with the issues at hand and basically not caring about it. But it's they almost put too much attention on the amount of food.
Yep.
And yeah, I didn't really get that part. And the fact that she eats with gloves on is ridiculous.
Yeah,
I know. I saw that the second time. She's eating with gloves on.
I was like, take off your gloves if you're gonna eat chicken.
So the food, there's two nods with the food. There's the whatever the hell the creature is on the table, and the fruit that falls into the whatever the guy's speed bike thing is, speed racer. Those two, there's two items of food. I don't know what they're called that are from Rebels.
Oh,
I don't mind the nods.
Whatever that fruit is, Ezra brings. That one episode was about getting that fruit. And then the other thing that's on the table that looks like whatever the hell that creature is, looks like maybe it's a soft-shelled lizard. I don't know. That was also another thing that was from the Clone Wars. So I like, again, fan service, right? Like if you know, and I just recently watched Rebels, so that stuff's kind of, oh, that's really cool.
See, I don't mind the nods. I don't mind even the fan service. I just mind the execution. I wish they did. That race, so I didn't feel like I wasted my time with the episode. I didn't hate it as much as you did, but that race was the first time I said, "Oh, they failed there."
Yeah,
that looked like a bad production. It's the first time in any of this Disney Star Wars stuff I've ever said that.
I couldn't get back into it though. I'll make fun of something and there wasn't a moment that brought me back into wanting to enjoy the episode, right? When Fennec was running through the rooftops, right? When they got attacked in episode 1, and then she's standing there with the two guys, right? And then she just booted one off the roof. There was none of that. There was none of that in this nothing that the fight with the Wookiee, the speeder bike, the scooter race around the town. There was nothing that brought me back in. Okay, that. The Rancor, sure. And I think the best part of that whole Rancor scene was the droid popping out like a secretary going, "Hey, there's a call on line 1." That little moment where you didn't expect it. And then it was oh, ha. But even the Rancor moment should have been holy shit. And it was just kind of wait, he wants to ride it tonight? That's not going to happen.
I think you misread that part. I don't think he was saying he wanted to ride it tonight. He just wanted to.
He's going to be riding it by next episode. He's going to have some.
I hope it's not by next episode.
Danny Trejo is an amazing trainer.
I hope that's at the end of the whole season. He does something amazing. I think the problem is Robert Rodriguez.
No, because the ones he did in The Mandalorian were great.
I think he had his hand held more there.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, first of all, the only really good episode, the best episode so far out of the 3 is 2. He didn't direct that one. He directed 1 and 3. Second of all, I don't think he knows how to make good CG stuff. I mean, think about stuff like Machete and all that stuff. It's okay that that's bad because of the way that he does stuff. And it came across as if it was in Machete. If you've seen those movies and stuff, he does this cheesy action stuff.
Oh, and even so the race, when you were talking about the guy and how he turns sideways and the water shooting. Same thing.
It looks like a Robert Rodriguez film. Yeah.
When the race ends and then the girl comes sideways and then it just stops.
They speed it up. Yeah. They sped it up to her face. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That all of that looked like his stuff. It does not belong in Star Wars. Get that out of there.
Robert Rodriguez did the episode where Grogu was meditating the entire time, and the Death Troopers were coming to get him, and we see Boba. Like, that was him, and that was a great episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's bad at hand to hand for the most part. Like he made Boba look badass. Great.
Right.
Keep doing that.
Right.
But he's not. So that's
which sucks because
it to me it almost and I mean I don't think we're gonna see that much more of the flashbacks, but after episode 2, like I just wanted to see more of his flashback than what was currently happening.
Oh, I think you're wrong.
Because it was more interesting.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
I think you're wrong. I think the whole series is going to have flashbacks.
I think there's going to be less and less now that the Tuscans are dead.
No, I think you're going to see it go all the way up to the point where he saves Finnick at the end of the season. Yeah, you got 5 years to cover. What do you think he's been doing for 5 years?
Hanging out with Obi in the desert?
Yeah. No, they got 5 years to cover of him doing stuff.
I don't know.
And hopefully they're going to be like, oh, here's where he breaks his leg. Here's where he gets his ribs crushed or something. So that we could be like, okay, well, maybe that's why he needs to be in the Bacta tank. But still.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I just feel like it's, I don't know.
They didn't say how long he was with the Tuscans. I got the sense of maybe a month or 2.
Well, no, I think it's more than that.
Yeah.
I think so. It could be.
When we see him in The Mandalorian, he's in the same outfit that he left the camp with.
Sure. I'm not saying he has to change his outfit or something. Maybe he bands together with other Tuscans and does this whole big thing. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
But it's weird that whatever's happened, he has been separated from the Tuscans almost permanently, because at this point you would think he would get them to help him. Maybe next time he does. I don't know.
Yeah.
You already know that the Pikes attack Tuscans through that train and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he's like, hey, you know those Pikes?
The Pikes, that brings me to something else. Can you maybe search and bring up, maybe I can.
The Pikes from Solo?
Yeah.
They look a little bit different, but that's fine.
They do, and the symbol is a little bit different, but you know where I'm going with it?
No. I will say another dumb thing I thought in episode 3, the guy, the Cyclops dude, he says, oh, I see about a dozen Pikes. They just showed up on a transport. Really? Your gangsters are showing up on a public transport?
Uh-huh.
Like, could you imagine in some kind of like The Sopranos, they're like, oh, it's about to be a war, and it shows a bus come up and guys get off the bus. Like, they don't have their own ship. This is a galactic cartel. They don't have their own ship to bring their own people over here. They gotta take the public transport to Tatooine. What? Stupid. Like, I don't know why they had them do that, because they had to invent a ship to land. Why make it a public transport? What is the purpose in that? It doesn't make any sense.
I agree.
The only thing I could think of, and this happens whenever I'm coming up with stuff for a game in the Star Wars world, is I always have to try to figure out a way to not make the answer be, oh, okay, we get in our ship and fly over them and shoot them from space. So, like right now, if the Pikes show up in their ship, all right, Jabba's palace is right there. Just bombard it until Boba Fett's dead. Problem solved. So,
but
I guess they gotta have him show up in a transport.
Used his jetpack and flown over the city to get in front of, like, what's his name, or like used his rocket to blow up the speeder. Like, you can make that argument about anything.
Well, there's another thing. Like, after the whole race, he lands on his jetpack. I'm like, the hell were you?
Yeah.
Why'd you send those people after to get him if you could just follow him wherever he was going? And then,
Yep.
Makes sense.
I can't find the symbol, or I'm trying to find an image quick to share, but I can't find it. So the guy who Boba goes to collect payment from for support or security or whatever it is, and he was like, oh, I'm not paying you because I'm paying them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He's got a symbol that looks like Crimson Dawn.
I thought that that was the Twi'lek woman that said, "I'm not paying you, I'm paying them." Right?
No, it was a
twins?
pike.
It was a pike.
Yeah, it was a.
Oh, you're talking about the flashback. Right.
Yeah.
Before when he takes the big thingy, he rides it there before he goes back and the Tuskens are dead.
Right. I remember now. That's funny. Yeah, I can't imagine he would be because the Pike Syndicate is, their own thing.
Right. But they're kind of, I mean, they're important.
I see a picture of them here, but I just see the back of them.
Yeah, there's
here he is. I got it.
I guess the symbol sparked a conversation about, and if this happens, then that's awesome. And if they bridge the two together, then great. And I'll come back over to this is amazing.
I mean, this guy, right?
Yeah, that symbol on his chest. Maybe it's a little bit lower. There was a symbol on there. Obviously, you can't scroll down.
Right.
But anyway, there's a theory about tying in Crimson Dawn to the Book of Boba. And I don't know how that would happen. I don't know. Obviously, it has nothing to do with.
Well, I have seen as far as I know, rumor that said that Amelia Clark has been hired to come back on as Kira.
I also saw that.
It didn't say what it was for, but
I know they want to do a solo. They need to do a second solo movie.
Well, I also saw a rumor that said they're doing a Han and Chewbacca series.
Yeah, I posted that.
Yeah. So who knows? Who knows where any of that will go?
Okay.
And I'm all for it. All these complaints aside, I still want more Star Wars.
100% of the time, I want more Star Wars than not enough Star Wars. But if they keep, I mean, I know we argue about movies, and I think Jar Jar is probably the bottom of the barrel and how bad shit can be.
Disagree.
But this got worse.
I like Jar Jar.
You see the theory on his eyes?
Who, Jar Jar's eyes?
Yeah.
No, why? What?
Well, Darth Maul's got the yellow.
Yeah.
Palpatine's got the yellow. Jar Jar's got the yellow.
Because he's a Sith.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anakin before he's Vader. Well, when he turns to Vader, but when he finally makes that turn, he's got the yellow.
The other Gungans had yellow too, though, right?
This was the first episode where I felt like I was watching something that fans didn't like. Because I always find something good about it, and I'm hopeful that it pays off. But it felt rushed. It felt poorly executed. It felt Star Wars adjacent, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't think it felt Star Wars adjacent to me. I think it just felt like we're seeing a little bit of something that was outside of what we're normally seeing. Still Star Wars, but poorly executed as an actual product or a production. It was just badly made.
Yeah. Just this episode, though. 1 and 2 were fine. 1 was slow, fine. You're doing a bunch of character setup and giving us some new shit.
1 was slow, but
2 was great.
3 had a bunch of issues. I mean, the race going like 20 miles per hour was the biggest thing for me.
Yeah.
Like he never hit a wall. He only hit things that they set up in the middle of the street. He's the only vehicle. There's no other vehicles in this city at all.
Yeah.
Other than him and those motorbikes.
Yep. I like the painting he smashed through. That was a nice little Easter egg.
That was funny. Yeah.
the helmets and what's her name walking on the other side with her pit droids.
Yeah, I didn't get the rickshaw droid thing. I don't know why he didn't just back up instead of just putting the bits in the way. Like it does that flippy thing to put the bits where they get hit. Why didn't he just do that? It would have been a lot easier.
Yeah, just back up. Those droids don't have reverse, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that was another fan service thing, right? That was the same droid that was wheeling around Anakin and Padme.
Right. It was a rickshaw, but that's fine. I mean, I don't mind droids being around. I like that there was a protocol droid, but it wasn't quite like C-3PO. It was a little bit different.
Yeah,
I like that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. But anyway, all right, we griped enough. Maybe Wednesday will be vindicated. Do we know who's directing? I actually think he's the problem. I don't think he's good for doing Star Wars stuff.
I didn't have a problem with any of the Mandalorian stuff. I mean,
I think his hand was held on the Mandalorian stuff.
Then why are they not holding his hand with this? It's still Favreau and Filoni. How are they like letting him off the rails then? Like, still,
No.
Do your thing, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to see who directs 4. I wonder why he didn't direct 3.
This is
Bryce Dallas Howard directs 4. Good.
Oh, good. That was one of the best episodes of Mandalorian.
Yeah, she does amazing. She did amazing stuff in Mandalorian. Yeah,
that's the one where we met live action Bo, right? With the
she did more than one.
Well, the first one she did. I think the first one she did was when we had the Star Destroyer and we were in.
Met no. I thought she did the Mandalorian one where you met Bo-Katan. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one with the Star Destroyer that with the back of it. It was really well done. Her first.
It was a small transport, not a Star Destroyer, but yeah,
whatever the hell it was. Yes, that was amazing. All right, so here's what this is. How cool would it have been if instead of these fucking twins, it was Jabba's kid?
I thought you were about to say Jar Jar. Yeah, I know. We know that Jabba had the little kid, right?
Yeah, if you want to keep doing these little Easter eggs from the Clone Wars and Rebels, I'm sure Jabba's kid would be that age now to be like, look, I'm coming to take my father's place back.
Mm-hmm. You don't know how long they take.
Twins that are mopping themselves down with like a rabbit rat.
Oh, I like that.
I thought it was kind of funny.
Oh. Yes. I thought that was a nice touch, and you could see that the thing was like, ew.
Sure, but like, come on.
I thought it was kind of funny, and that's on par with Star Wars. I mean, they do silly things like that all the time.
I get it.
It would have been cool to see the kid, though.
Yeah. Where are these twins from? Like, what?
I don't know, and they have a whole slew of other Hutts from Clone Wars that they could have used that were on the council and stuff like that. Like that guy with the monocle.
Yep.
Yeah. It would have been cool to see that.
I don't know how long they live. I know a bunch of them got killed. So
I know they live at least long enough to know that Jabba was in power from episode 1 all the way to episode 6, which is, I don't know, like maybe 30 years, 35 years.
No, more than that.
Because
Han and Chewie know each other for about 50.
No, they don't. That would make Han like... Oh, yeah. I was about to say, that would make Han 70. Yeah, he was 70. I forgot about the other, episode 7.
Well, it depends on 6 to 8 and 9, or 8.
Right.
But yeah, I would think that they know each other for a good half a century.
Well, episode 1 took place 20 years, I would say about 50 years before episode 4, right?
Right, and then 4, 5, and 6 are like...
They're like 4 or 5
They're
years.
like a weekend apart,
yeah,
right?
So he was in power for like 55 years.
It is, I mean, considering the amount of time it took Luke to be a moisture farmer drinking blue milk to being a fucking Jedi Knight. I mean, that was like summer vacation for him. And he's all of a sudden just amazing.
I mean, he was a Jedi.
Sure.
All right. Well, we're getting in the weeds. Which one is that? Is that Anakin?
No, it's Luke. Is a Jedi Knight.
He looks so mad.
He's very angry.
Why does he look mad?
Because it's the last episode of our year.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was
Why
kind of
shouldn't he
cool
be
to have him like he came in at the end of Mando, and then he's the end of the episode. I don't know.
All right. You should have
That's
put.
it. I don't have any new ones.
Should have put one of these little guys next to him. He shouldn't look angry. He should just look totally bored to find a new Jedi Yoda, like he was in the show.
Also true.
It's like, oh, okay, it's like Yoda. Cool. All right, I'm going.
He knew it was there. He wasn't surprised because he knew.
Yeah.
We
No expression.
talked about that before.
Yeah. All right. Why don't we wrap it up, huh? A little late. 3 hours seems to be where we seem to be settling on all these.
Yep.
And we've ended with our three best people watching us at this point. So whoever you may be. All right. What are we doing next week, man? We got
we got to do something special if it's
big, right?
mark the 1 year.
No.
What?
Oh yeah.
Not for the year special extravaganza.
Well,
What
we
are we doing? I thought we were doing this for the year. Okay.
Are we?
I thought so. I'm fine without it. I'm good with whatever, man.
I guess I was just thinking like we should have, all the guests on that we can get. A big, have everybody come in and do something. I don't know, something different. Have the
We'll figure it out.
Just pure chaos. Just
it doesn't have to be chaos. I don't know.
put the link to StreamYard up in the general public on the website and just see who pops in.
Oh, no. After the spams that we've been getting in the comments and stuff.
Maybe they're trying to give us money and we don't even know it.
Yeah, I'm not going to bet on that. We're probably going to end up with porn on our site.
Also equally possible.
Yeah. And that might be from some of my friends. Who knows?
Actually, I'm curious. I don't know. I saw a post about it, and I just chalked it up to they're doing a new edition. I don't know if there's anything. I don't know what's going on with pandemic, and I saw Andrew bring it up earlier.
Oh, right. I meant to.
Oh, Andrew.
Ask him what he was talking about there.
Yeah. Do you know what is going on?
No.
Have either of you heard about it?
Oh,
No.
he just brought it up here again.
Yeah.
No, we don't know anything about it, or haven't heard anything about it.
Andrew, I'd love to talk about. I don't know if you want to talk about it on the show or you want to hop into the Discord. I'm curious about what's going on. If you know what's happening,
Right. We like to go to the Discord and talk after the episode. Talk about things we couldn't say on the episode, so on. So yeah, if you've got time, hop over there. Let us know what's going on, Andrew.
And then we'll
All right.
see next week.
I need to create an outro here.
you created one.
No, I
No,
said I need to.
Oh, I'll play one. You want me to play one?
No. I know which one you're gonna play. I'm gonna delete that.
No. See, I told you if you abused it, he would get rid of it.
I am hovering over it though.
Don't you do it.
All right.
All right.
We'll
Because
see.
Andrew's gonna hop into the Discord. That is a good reminder.
Oh, cool.
We have Discord. We usually go there, talk afterwards. We're in there all week though, so
Yep.
Come visit us. Let us know what you think about the episode. I guess we'll get timestamps in there for later on, hopefully.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing
I'll try
that.
and get to it.
Yeah. All right. Anything else we're missing?
No. We'll just
All right. Good night, everybody.
I'm sure we're missing a bunch of stuff, but no.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to have you back, buddy.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
No.